Hi, good evening. I hope everybody's week is wrapping up nicely. Excuse the slightly shit title. I'm attempting to do it noir style, but I'm not exactly practiced in noir style, so I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. But that is nothing new, so if you didn't try shit you didn't understand, you'd never try anything, right? Alright, there we go. But yeah, we're back for some more Lacuna. So I was flicking through the reviews. We might actually finish this tonight if we go an extra hour or so. So I might do that. Like, if there's only about an hour or so left of it, might as well. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if I manage to wander off and get confused for 3 hours, because, you know, that is a thing that could happen. You forgot to put here's the kicker? Uh-oh. What? What am I kicking? Oh, you mean like for it to be a noir thing? Gotcha. Yeah, I'm not super familiar, like... I think my main exposure to noir, and this is probably a little cliche, but it is Humphrey Bogart, and not a huge amount of them either. Love it as a genre, have basically never interacted with it. Which, I mean, is not the best look. But I'm not claiming to be an expert with it, so... To be fair, it runs on Studio Ghibli rules. Love the idea, love the execution, love the vibe. Have no goddamn idea what the hell's going on. Because I've never touched it. Should have been Noir Spider-Man. Man, if they actually made a Noir Spider-Man game, I'd almost be tempted. Wait, no, I actually own one of the recent Spider-Man games. Never mind. Scratch that. It was the one before... Everyone was hyping it up. I wanted to try the web swinging. Don't at me about that. It was good, but I moved house and I don't have the PlayStation active anymore, so... It's not finished. I actually don't think it's even a third of the way through. But anyway, yes, Lacuna. Didn't change the window again. Like a fucking pro. There we go. There we go. But yes, when I was booting up the save, go watch Studio Ghibli films. I mean, look, I don't watch a whole lot of stuff. It gives me a headache if I have to watch stuff on the computer, and I don't have a TV, so. But when I was loading into the profile, it did say 44%, so I presume we're 44% of the way complete, which is why I say we might finish it tonight. If we do, I'm thinking... if we do, I'm going to have to go digging around, because I'm not actually sure what...
Waking up in the early evening was disorienting. I sat up on my bed and allowed the memories from the previous night to pour back in. Banny's body, the hotel, Lila, the shootout. I tried to put it all in an order that made sense and got on my way back to work. A hint of the good mood that had overcome me outside of the villa returned. Once again, it stemmed from what had made me join the CDI many years ago. The feeling of doing something instead of taking a back seat and waiting for death. There was a time when a lack of purpose threatened to consume me, lurking underneath meaningless daily routines and self-doubt sabotaging everything I did. Walking among the people outside, I felt even more alienated than usual. It was like they lived in another reality. Many were just getting out of work, looking to do some shopping, meet a friend, have a drink. Maybe I would find my way back to that reality one day. I wanted to, yet at the same time hated the thought of it.
Unexpected. Oh, I can't pet the lizard. I think that might be only a, when you come in from work kind of thing. The lizard gets pet only in evenings, apparently. I'm still trying to figure out, though. I was under the impression one of the core tenets of noir, at least with Private Eyes, or, yeah, noir in general, was a bit of an anti-cop vibe. But our boy Neil here is just directly a cop. But I don't know if that's like a subgenre. Para would probably know. But maybe showing up in their DMs to ask about genre specifications in the middle of a nice Sunday afternoon is how I get strangled. Are you gonna play Pacific Drive on stream? I'm thinking yes. I'm thinking we'll do it on Fridays, because I think we're close to finishing Paradise Killer. Well, close-ish. So I think Pacific Drive might be our replacement there. Where am I going? Oh, the subway. Uh-oh, breaking news. Oh, even worse. Somebody's in the system. Oh. Hello, fellow citizens. We are the liberators, defenders of progress, freedom, and reason. These values have been integral to our society for centuries. But lately they have increasingly come under threat. Religious radicals calling themselves the Savient Front are aiming to establish a theocratic government on Drovia. The Savient faith is based on superstition and rejects science, to the point where it endangers the lives of everyone under its thumb. We all saw 4 decades ago today what happens when a Savient state is left to its own devices. We can't let history repeat itself. We demand President Robertson end this madness now. Put a stop to all independence talks and reinstate full Garian rule. We remove the radical Savient Joseph Bani to get it started. If you do not start implementing measures to meet our demands, more Savient lives will be spent to protect our collective future. The Savient population on Gara will be taken hostage, until the Garian population on Drovia is guaranteed its freedom. We must stand up for them if our government won't. Await our next move within 48 hours. It won't be as silent as the first one. Ah, that's gonna be so many problems. Conrad, did you see that? Yeah. It was on all screens across the city. Come to HQ immediately. Yeah, no shit. I don't know where HQ is. I'm probably going to play a little bit of Pacific Drive myself, probably this evening, actually. I've kind of been looking at it, so I'll get a feel for it as to whether it'll be a Friday or a Sunday game. Not that there's a major criteria for either of those. It's just like, if it's something that can be left for the fortnight rollover, then Sunday is fine. Hey Gary, everything's gone to shit. How you doing? Gary, what are you doing out here? Thinking. Strange how the city looks the same as always, as if nothing happened. But that's a good thing, right? Fucking liberators. Ridiculous name. From whom are they liberating us? From a handful of superstitious lowers? Pathetic bullshit. Every single institution on this planet upholds the freedom of our people and their values. It's not like we're letting some religious fanatics take over the solar system. And somehow we didn't know anything about those fuckers before anybody else. One more thing we missed. At least we booked the sniper and his associate. They're both being interrogated downstairs. So far, they're not very cooperative. Do we at least know who they are? We scanned them. The sniper's a complete ghost. He got a fake ID right before he checked into that hotel. The other guy's a businessman from Drovia. His name is Abraham Gonzalez. He's the CEO of a company called Power Up. They manufacture titanium-based batteries. Both the guy and his company seem harmless. No criminal record. Strange. Why would someone from Drovia help an anti-Drovian terror organization? I have no clue. What about the woman? Any updates on her? Nothing so far. But we do have another lead. Saito was trying to find out where the announcement was broadcast from earlier. But the most important lead are those two douchebags in our basement. You have a way with words, Conrad. Get down there and see if you can get them to talk. Will do. Did we secure the drive the sniper tried to hand over? Yeah. And what's on it? About that. The chief said the Attorney General seized it. She said she has to evaluate if we have the required clearance level. The AG? Are you kidding me? That's a crucial piece of evidence. We need it. I suppose they'll let us in on it soon. There's no time to waste. We have to assume the next attack is less than 48 hours away. The higher-ups know what they're doing. You think? Let it go, Conrad. Go talk to the chief yourself if you have a problem. And one more thing. There's an article about Gonzalez's company in the news today. You might want to download it and have a look. Sick. Did we pass like 8 different download points? Why didn't you... Oh, there we go. Pro tip, the parking brake is the thing and you can give yourself a concussion on the boot. Absolutely amazing. I love that. It'll be a good stand-in for what I'm pretty sure was my own concussion. Power Up battles bankruptcy. NJ Times. Report by Adam Lee. It's no secret that the Drovia-based Power Up, one of the planet's most important battery producers, has been facing monetary difficulties for several months now. Technological developments over the last few years made titanium the most efficient material to build high-performance batteries, overtaking lithium and others by far when it comes to battery life and weight. However, since Drovia is a Garian colony with no economic autonomy, Power Up doesn't have the right to buy its titanium directly from the mining companies based on Drovia. The latter are forced to sell the resource to Gara, which in turn sells the titanium to all companies processing the material, including those on Drovia. In light of this development, it has become increasingly difficult for non-Garian companies to keep prices competitive. This has put Power Up, like many others, in an increasingly difficult spot. It did not come as a surprise, therefore, when its CEO and founder, Abraham Gonzalez, publicly supported the cause of the Drovian fight for independence last week. As representative of the Association of Drovian Electrics Companies, he accompanied Minister Bani on his business trip to Gara to defend the interests of his industry during the discussions between Drovia and Gara. Well, now that's very interesting compared. So what is he doing getting involved in this? The assassination of Bani. Who the fuck are you? Oh. No idea. That was very illuminating. Thank you. Let's go talk to the chief. Wait. Where is he? He's got an office somewhere, but I can't remember where he put it. No, this is a conference room. Okay. Okay. You may have gotten slightly stuck on the... Oh, I can't go any higher, that's why. So I presume the chief is over here? And you can rest assured that we know what we're doing. I didn't question that, but that data is one of the most important pieces of evidence we have right now. The Liberators said that their next attack will take place in 48 hours. That's pretty damn soon. We really need to take into account everything we've got if we want to catch those guys in time. I already told you that the contents of that stick won't help you find them. How can you say that? Having a better idea of your enemy's motivation is always important. And you know that. You yourself were director of the CDI for over a decade. Liam, please. I've got a lot on my plate right now. I don't have time to discuss this over and over again. The data is about something that happened during your time at the CDI, isn't it? What are you talking about? I looked at my cell's history and saw which folder that woman navigated to. I don't have the access rights, but I'd really like to know what is in there. There was a lot going on in 1800. Let me be very clear, Liam. I can't work with a chief who won't trust my judgment and questions my orders. We've been doing this for a long time, Amelia. I deeply respect everything you've done for the Garian state. But as a CDI chief, I see it as my duty to protect all Garian citizens. And I'm sure that's in your best interest as well. I don't have time for this now. I'll let you know what the next steps are going to be. Good evening, Agent. Good evening, Chief. Agent Conrad, how can I help you? I was wondering what the AG was doing here. We had a little discussion about our plan of action. Nothing you have to worry about, though. Was it about the data? Honestly, I don't understand why parts of the puzzle are being kept from us. It makes no sense. I agree. Listen, Conrad, I'm currently trying to find out what that data is about and why we don't get access. Don't you have a suspicion at least? You know what was on your cell when it was accessed. The data was on the CDI network, and apparently it was something I don't normally have access to. Until I know what exactly we're looking at, I'd like to ask you to respect the chain of command. I'm getting an important call any second. We can talk later. I didn't disrespect the chain of command. I just came snooping to see what you were talking about. And eavesdropped on your conversation with the Attorney General, which is probably a crime. Enhancement updates. Beyond Body. Dear Mr. Conrad, an update is available for your following body enhancement. Eyes Plus, Thighs Plus, Chest Plus. Please make sure to download and install the latest firmware from our website within the next 10 days. The Beyond Body team. Don't. I mean... No. Software in your eyeballs is a terrible idea. Wait, wasn't there someone who literally had cybernetic... It was an implant of some kind. The manufacturer went out of business and they just like repoed the fucking organ or something. Was it an eye or a pacemaker or something? Some kind of implant. Oh, it was some kind of neurological implant that was stopping seizures. That was incredibly fucked up now that I think about it. But yeah, that's a great example of why that needs to get solved. And yet nobody's going to for like 50 fucking years, I know. Hey Holloway, I've been told that our guests are eagerly awaiting me. They sure are. I suggest you talk to Gonzalez first. It's the usual rich guy crap with him. He's gonna be surrounded by lawyers in a few hours. At that point, it's gonna be hard to get any more out of him. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why is it that people can just buy their way out of here? We're lucky he's from Drovia, so he doesn't have a lawyer here. Yet. But he does have a Drovian lawyer on the line right now who's going to annoy the hell out of you. He's somewhere in space and has a communication delay of about 30 seconds from what I understand. So if you want answers, you better have a strategy to make him talk quickly. Because you can be sure that lawyer's going to shoot your questions down once they reach his ears. He's also going to call you on your bluffs, so be careful. Got it. Thanks. Saito did some digging and compiled a number of documents that could be useful for your interrogation. First, he gathered some basic information on Gonzalez and put it on the pinboard over there. You can take a look at it with your AR module. Second, he pulled a list with all incoming and outgoing calls from Gonzalez's phone. I'll send that to your cell. Give it a read. And if you have any more evidence that incriminates our guy, go over it before you go in. I will, thank you. You're welcome. Let me know when you're ready. Oh, boy. Abraham Richard Kenneth Gonzalez. Date of birth, 1790. Place of birth, New Joran. Civil status single, faith savient. Place of residence Drovia, Sector 1, since 1830. Formation 1810 to 1815. Degree in engineering at New Jaran Elite University, Piston College for Engineering and Business. 1815 to 1820. Trainee on Drovia. 1820. Foundation of Power Up, DE grant for young founders. Since then, CEO of Power Up. So he would have been 30, that's fine. Wait. Well, I guess 30 is young in some respect. Cell records of Abraham Gonzalez, ID 549399-33. Okay, we've got an outgoing call and an ingoing call to anonymous. And then we've got... Oh, these two are probably the main ones, aren't they? At midnight. These are the only repeats. Do we have phone numbers for anybody? Oh shit, we're so far away. Okay. Shit. No, those are case numbers. Zora, 8:30. This is probably the call from this guy. Wait. To make sure it's still a go. Three, 4, 5, 99241. No, okay. This doesn't tell me anything, thank you. Only the anonymous ones are my main concern there. So, you ready? Sure! I am. Alright, I'll unlock the door. Good luck. I'm gonna need it! Wait. What door did you unlock? Oh, this one. Hello, Mr. Gonzalez. I'm Agent Conrad. I already talked to your colleagues. I didn't do anything illegal. You don't have a right to keep me here. I'm a citizen of Drovia and you have no evidence against me. We could keep you here for 24 hours even if we didn't have evidence. But we do. Let's start with your associate. What do you know about Boyd and the data he brought you? He's not my associate. I didn't even know he was called Boyd. Listen, Mr. Gonzalez. I know you had a call with him last night. I know you had a phone call with him last night. We have Boyd on record talking about the handover of some data storage module at Joris Plaza. He explicitly said that he called the person he was going to meet at 11 last night. Shit, did he? You have an incoming call at that exact time from... Shit, I don't know. It's not the anonymous one. An anonymous number. And you did show up to the meeting at Joris Plaza this morning. All this proves beyond a reasonable doubt that you've worked with Banny's murderer. Okay, listen. I got paid to fetch the stick. I was just following instructions. I had no idea who I was meeting with, and I still don't know what's on that stick. Good evening, Agent Conrad. My name is Jim Miller. I'm Mr. Gonzalez's lawyer. Nice to meet you. A team of legal professionals is on its way to advise my client. Until then, he won't answer any of your questions. Who paid you? You heard my lawyer. I'm not supposed to talk to you before my legal team arrives. Listen, Mr. Gonzalez, I've heard that your company needs Drovian Tilenium. You publicly stated your support for the Drovian fight for independence. So I'd actually be surprised if you were involved in Banny's assassination. You have the opposite of a motive. And yet here we are. But you still have a chance to clear your name. If you help us crack the case, the public might never learn about your connection to Banny's murderer. Shit, I told you I don't know anything. I was contacted anonymously a few weeks ago, shortly after I booked my flight to Gara. I was told to pick up a storage module here and send its contents out on my way back home. Send it where? They were going to contact me. I have no means of reaching them. Who are they? I really, truly don't know. The person who contacted me spoke Drovian, that's all I can say. Wait, so whoever put you up to this is Drovian? Why would they work with an anti-Drovian terror group? I don't know, but I'm 100% sure they were from Drovia. I got paid to do it and not ask questions. My company really needs a cash injection right about now. Mr. Gonzalez, I urge you to stop answering questions before your legal team arrives. You are complicating things for yourself and for us. My God, calm down. It's not like I've said anything that incriminates me. But he's right. I'll wait for my legal team to arrive. Fine. I'm so glad. Is that even the right thing that I said about their call records at 11? It's not. Oh, wait, no, 11 at night. It was. Okay. That was a fucking gamble, because I couldn't fucking remember. And I was sure that call was at midnight. So, how did it go? He doesn't seem to know much, which in itself is interesting. Well, it's more than nothing. Good luck with the other one. He's a tough nut to crack. Hasn't said a single word yet. Not sure if he has an emotional reaction to anything. We know nothing about the guy. He's a complete ghost. If you have any evidence that could be useful, though, you should go over it before you talk to him. Let me know when you're ready. Alright. The only thing we have on this guy that I'm aware of is this. The talk with Zora. The smell of whiskey. Okay. The smell of whiskey. Plans were changed without telling Zora. Zora didn't entirely trust him. Best I can do you. So you ready? I am. Alright, I'll unlock the door. Good luck. We're gonna need it! Hello, Mr. Boyd. Do you have a last name? Or is that your last name? Alright, Mr. Boyd then. I'm Agent Conrad. You made quite a mess out there. Shooting Joseph Banny put you at the top of our most wanted list overnight. Your friends just announced their next big project, and you're uniquely qualified to help us get ahead of it. What do you know about the Liberator's plans? Okay, how about this? What's Zora's role in all this? Zora? That's right, Zora, the woman you met last night. I don't know any Zora, but I know you do. Why did you take that stick from her? You told her there was a change of plans she didn't know about. Was that true? Or did you trick her into giving you the data? Did you want it for yourself? Or did you want to protect her by going to the handover in her stead? You two seem to care about each other. So I'm sure you want to know how she's doing. How about this? I tell you what I know about her, and you tell me what you know about the Liberators. You go first. Alright. You'll be happy to hear that we don't know her whereabouts. She wasn't at Joris Plaza when we got you, and for all we know, she's leading a happy criminal existence. It's your turn. Who's behind the Liberators? I don't know. I've never met them. They just paid me. Who paid you? I answered your question. Fair enough. Well, this was fun. Let's do it again sometime. Well, we've learned that Zora's the weak link for him. And that whoever this is keeping it hush-hush. Top-down kind of thing. Need to know. Not top-down. Need to know. Listen, telling me to go find Saito is all very well and good. I don't know where he is. Oh, well. Alright, there he is. I'll take it. Evening, Neil. Hey, Saito. How's it going? I'm not gonna lie, that video was a little upsetting. I mean, I know my religion is strange to some people on Gara, but an anti-Savient terror group, that's something else. Should I be worried about wearing my scarf in public now? I think those people are idiots, and I'm sure the vast majority of Garians agree with me. I know. Hey, I also have some good news. I found out where the Liberators video was broadcast from. It's a company called AdSpot. They own most of the billboards in the city. You want an ad played, you go to them. I took a shot in the dark and checked ongoing police operations in the center. And what do you know? Someone at AdSpot made an emergency call last night. Tonight, sorry. Apparently an intruder forced their way into their server room and gained access to a computer. I made contact with the local police department. They sent 2 officers who secured the scene and are waiting for you to come have a look. Fast as lightning, Saito. Great work. Well done. Conrad and I'll go to AdSpot and have a look around. We really need to get ahead of this one and prevent another attack. Why don't you follow up on some leads while we're gone? Trace the perp's payment to the hotel, as well as the mysterious transaction to the escort. And maybe we can find out where the sniper's accomplice got her face changed. Conrad, I'm taking off from the roof. Want to hitch a ride? You know I don't. It was worth a try. Meet you at AdSpot then. I need some fresh air. I'll come with you, Gary. Poor Saito. It's like, here, we're gonna go look into 1 lead. You look into 5. Out here minding his own damn business. Do we have any new? We do not. Excellent. Wait, there we go. So what have we got in terms of like leads and shit now? We've got an alleged terrorist organization. Relating to anti-Drovian independence that are claiming credit for Banny's murder, but I don't know if I'm buying it. I'll tell you for why, only it reminds me of... Well, no, hold on. In Headliners, it actually was a terrorist organization, so... Wasn't it? I can't remember.
During the train ride, every screen in the city had been playing news reports about the Liberators' announcement. They were the first violent domestic terror group with a political motive in recent Garian history. But there was something else that struck me about them. This wasn't the usual MO of a conservative group trying to maintain the status quo. It felt much more like revolutionaries hoping to effect change by resorting to drastic measures.
Okay, well, I'm glad he has also openly declared that something's weird about it. Makes me feel a lot better about my hunch being wrong. Immediately. Oh. And he seems pretty nervous about his boss. Hey, Conrad, this is Officer Wong. My colleague, Neil Conrad. Thank you for filling me in, officer. We'll take it from here. Conrad, the security guard who called the police is still inside. Let's go talk to him. He works for a security firm named Cox that was contracted by AdSpot to monitor their offices at night. I already informed their CEO, Albert Cox, about the intrusion. Or rather, his secretary. She told me he's been in a business meal since 1730. But she said she's asked him to return to the office for questioning soon. First, let's hear what the guard has to say. I'm not panicking. You're being careless. I want you to promise me that you stay home today, okay? Oh, the officers are here. I'll call you back later. Good evening, Mr. Brown. We need to ask you a few questions. Officers, I really don't understand how it happened. I was just getting a coffee in here and then... I mean, I can't have an eye on all the rooms at the same time, right? It wasn't my fault. Calm down, sir. We're not accusing you of anything. My boss won't be happy at all when he hears about this. Could you tell us what happened from the start? The broadcast began around 1800. Where were you at that time? As I said, I'd left my post at the front desk for a short break and was having a coffee in here. I heard the sound of shattering glass and I ran looking for the noise. When I arrived in the server room, I saw the broken window and the video playing on screen. I stopped the broadcast as quickly as I could. It all just took a few seconds. Hold on. They managed to climb in, log into the computer, and start that video within a few seconds? It seems that way. Did you see anyone when you entered the server room? No, it was empty. I went to look outside, but they were already gone. So to be clear, the video could have only played for a few seconds? No more than 10. And if you stop it here, it immediately stops everywhere? Yeah, the screens across the city just mirror the ones in here. Look, my boss will say it's all my fault, but I swear to you Okay, thank you. That's all for now. Conrad, I'm sending a sheet to your cell. Have a look around and see if you can find out who started that broadcast. Man works for cops. I mean, it's definitely not the name you should leave a child with. The video broadcast was started by... New message. Dating Elite. Neil, a new message is waiting for you on Dating Elite. Make sure to check it soon. The Dating Elite team. Please don't reply directly to this message. If you want to contact us, use the form on our website, datingelite.gh/contact us. I'm getting all the spam emails, huh? What about you? If you need any help, I'm here. Oh, hello. Security information. This is an Office-A420 door card scanner. People are logged every time they pass through the door. This model doesn't distinguish between people entering or leaving the building. An AFIS 420. Okay. Let me see. About 8 o'clock. Right. Didn't he say he was having a coffee at 6? Why would he have... Oh. Why did it take him 2 minutes to check the window, though? Hold on. First time they crop up is at 5, which implies that that's the time he showed up to work. In, out, in, out. Why was he out for 7 minutes? Why was the CEO here, too? Oh, no, that's the CEO leaving. Cleaning in and out. CEO in, CEO out. Lisa, in, out, in, out. Nils, in, out, in, out. Okay. There's a lot more glass lying outside than inside. Aha! That's what I was fucking wondering. They didn't have the video playing for 10 seconds. They just didn't break the glass on their way in. Hey, Saito, could you do me a favor? Of course, shoot. There's a presence sensor at the entrance of AdSpot's server room. Any chance you can pull its data from around the time the broadcast was started? Give me a second, I'll check. I got access, but the sensor doesn't store any names. However, I could provide you with a list of every time someone passed through that door around 18 o'clock. Great, that would be helpful. Alright, sending it to you now. Remember that the sensor reacts every time someone uses the door, no matter if they're going in or out. Gotcha. Talk to you later. Gimme. AdSpot Presence Detector. Saito. A list of presence detector entries. Today's date, between 5 o'clock and a quarter to 7. AdSpot Facility LV Business Center. Entries 1756, 1801, 1802. The information in this message is sensitive and exclusively reserved for cleared agents of the state. Copying or transferring this file is strictly forbidden. So presumably, we've got our instigator goes in at 56 and out through the window. Security guard goes in at 1 minute past 6 and then out at 2 minutes. This must be the computer they used to broadcast the video. It looks like someone smashed the server room window. I'm surprised I can't interact more with that. Okay, so we've got in, out. In, out. Hold on. So at the same time he appears to have left the building, somebody entered the room. But then how did he get back into the building? So this must be an out then. Or somebody used his card. And someone else had a Cox Security Services card, which is a possibility. Oh, that's just a sofa. Wait, hold on. Hey, buddy. I have some terrible news. No, well, maybe. I don't know how you feel about it. Excuse me, Mr. Brown. Anything else you want to know? I saw that you use a door card to enter and exit the building. Yeah, Cox Security has 2 door cards for ad spot. This one and another one in a locker at our office. Excellent. Okay, good. That does prove my theory. Only our boss, me, and the other guard assigned to ad spot can open it. They're not personalized or anything. We just grab one at HQ before we come here. Who's the other guard? His name's James Moore. He's been working for the boss for a long time. We alternate shifts here at ad spot. Today's my turn. I see. Anything else you wanted to know? Anything else you want to know? About tonight. Did you leave the building at any time? Only one time when I went looking for the intruder, and I came right back. Did anyone enter the building except for you? Just me and whoever started the broadcast. Can I go home soon? My wife's a Savian, and after that video today, I'm afraid you'll have to stay a little longer and help us find the people behind all this. I'd feel better if I was with her. Called her earlier and told her to stay home, but she wouldn't listen. I see. Anything else you want to know? Hey, Crow, how you doing? What's your relationship with your boss? Honestly, I can't say he likes me. I think he's been looking for a reason to fire me for a while. I think I only got the job because one of his top men vouched for me. I see. And that's all for now. I feel like that's something I should be allowed to have questions about. Why doesn't your boss like you, my dude? Oh, we do not have enough to be submitting a broadsheet on this. It's not a broadsheet. That's a newspaper. Hold on. But it could have been brown. I don't think it was brown. Yes, somebody, some third party, I think, used another key to come in. Because the door is at 1755. The presence sensor for the... Yeah, 1755 through the door, 56 through the server room, then out through the window. And then he goes in and out for both of these. And yeah, but... Alright, that's sorted at least. May or may not be trying Final Fantasy 14 right now. Ah, yes, excellent. Oh. It only takes like 50 hours to get good. That's a terrible intro, I know. It's... If you get to the higher levels, you will understand why people say that. It can be a little rough when you're level, like, 10 and you have 2 skills or whatever. We love her anyway. I hope you're good. I am. Hour 1, only 49 more to go. Let's go. Exactly. Hold on. Where is... We're missing... Like, am I supposed to be able to tell if it was the CEO or... Okay, but realistically, it's probably not the CEO. doing a fucking smash and grab on his own building, right? Like... Yeah. If the boss is known to not like him, then James... And James knows he's not working tonight. Yeah, I think it's gonna be James that did it. More. I took a look at the broken window. There's a lot more glass lying outside than inside. I'm pretty sure that it was smashed from the inside, not the outside. Also, why would the security company CEO be overly familiar with the layout of the building and how it works? You're saying they broke the window to get in? To get out, not in? Exactly. I think that whoever started that broadcast walked in through the front door, played the video, smashed the window, climbed through it, and ran away. Why break the window at all, then? Probably to conceal the real way they got in. If our perp entered through the front door, they must possess an AdSpot door card. And that leaves us with a limited circle of suspects. Apart from the employees of AdSpot, 3 people from Cox Security have access to door cards as well. Cox himself, Brown, and his colleague Moore. Moore works here as well. He and Brown take turns in surveilling the facility. Any idea which of them started the video? Yeah. Someone with a Cox security door card, entered the building at 17:55, shortly before the broadcast begun. It can't have been Brown. He passed by the door 3 times since he arrived, which places him inside. Couldn't he have climbed back in through the broken window to avoid the scanner at the door? No. That's evident from the data at the server room door. Saito pulled it for me. There's another scanner there. Only 2 other people have access to Cox's door cards. James Moore and their boss. Cox has been at a business meal since 17:30, so Moore's the only suspect left. Oh, I totally forgot he was actually accounted for in a different location. So Moore is the only suspect left. Good work, Conrad. I'll send a unit to arrest him immediately. You and I should pay his boss a visit and see what he has to say. Should be back at his office by now. I'll send you Cox's address. Get to the train. I'll meet you there. Roger that. To be fair, if you enjoy the way it plays, I think you're probably set even from the outset. It's just, if you're like high level and you're used to having all of your fun skills, and then you end up doing a dungeon that's lower level, and you get synced down and you have none of your fun skills, you develop a grudge. It's like, why is the tank dying so much? Oh, because I don't have any of the good shit. Hey, Saito. Neil, good news. I managed to crack the cell of that businessman, Abraham Gonzalez. I found a deleted message that is extremely interesting. It seems like someone hired him to fetch the data module Angara. And here's the kicker. The message was sent from the Mercurius network. The what now? The Mercurius network is only accessible to really big companies. They have to be publicly traded and count more than 10,000 employees. What's more, the message was sent via a highly encrypted channel of the network. Those are exclusively accessible to high-ranking executives. And that means whoever sent this message to Gonzalez is someone high up at a big company. Not just high up, it practically has to be the CEO. Good job, Saito. Sounds like a solid lead. I'll forward you the message and a list of all companies in the solar system that match the criteria. I'm also opening a sheet about who is behind the Liberators. Oh, and one more thing. I also managed to extract a message from the sniper's cell. It looks like he sent it to the woman who stole the data from our chief. You might want to have a look at that as well. I'll forward it to your cell. Copy that. Talk to you later. Used to play a lot of MMOs like Flife, Mabinogi and such, so it's familiar to me. That's fair. I think FF might be a larger offender of it than some of the others, just because it's noted. It is a highly noted complaint against them. Like, oh, New Drovia is not on New Jarin. Shit, I thought Drovia was a city on New Jarin. Okay, well, good thing I relearned that now. Bored out of my mind today, then I remembered FF14 because you mentioned it being free to level 70. I was like, man, why not? If I like, okay. If not, well, that's it. Yeah, that's fair. Like, the best thing about it going up to 70 now is you can try it and you can just taste test it. And even if you love how it plays at higher levels, if you don't like how it plays at the lower ones, you're gonna be miserable with it anyway. Because a lot of content will send you back to the lower levels for it, so... Like the roulettes and stuff, which you're probably not there yet if you're only an hour in, but... Yeah, the, have you heard about the highly acclaimed, MMO FF14, Final Fantasy 14 meme? Do you like grinding? Oh, you were gonna have the time of your life. Listen. If you like grinding, there are 4 separate massive pieces of content that are designed specifically for you. Palace of the Dead, which is... Palace of the Dead is basically a way to level up to about 50 or 60 fairly quickly. I think it's mostly intended for alternate classes, since you can do them all on one character, but Palace of the Dead, especially the bit... if you want to try doing it solo, there's an achievement for that, finishing it solo. Heaven on High, which is like the level 60 or 70 plus version of Palace of the Dead. Eureka, which is an ungodly nightmare that I hope should never be inflicted on anybody. But people really seem to like it, so much so that they're mad that they didn't do another one. And Buzzja, which is apparently like a Eureka but not as good, according to people that like Eureka. It's like, there is so much. But like, if you... Even just getting through Eureka takes 30, 40 hours, I think. It has broken lesser men. I'm one of them. But to be fair, like, I wouldn't be a big fan of that content anyway, so I'm only doing it because I need to finish unlocking all sectors of Eureka to get my fucking triple triad cards. But yeah, no, there's absolutely, sounds like a good way to spend my weekends. Oh yeah, no, if you like doing the grinding content, you're gonna have so much fun, honestly. It's all optional stuff, so you do have to do a bit of looking for it, but it is there, it's available. It's not that hidden. I did have to look up how to start Heaven on High, though. Let me see now. A list of companies. Saito. Companies that could be behind the Liberators. Name, place, sector, speciality. Gustatore, Drovia, food, processed food. Wajabi and Sons, Drovia, mining, plutonium. Dyson Enterprise, Drovia, mining, Tylanium. Dyson Enterprise is one of the CEOs we talked to last week, isn't it? There was 2 of them. It was Dyson and... Do we have any other names that ring a bell? We've seen ads for Milex, but I can't remember if they're the ones we talked to. Only thing that put me out was the subscriptions, but I guess beat spending on gachas. To be fair to them, yeah, the subscription I know riles a lot of people, but to be fair to them, if you ever decide to just drop your subscription for like 6 months, you're probably not coming back to like a ton of stuff that you've missed. And it'll be even if I know a few people dropped the subscription for like 3 expansions and then came back and were like, oh, this is pretty easy to get back into. They don't really lean as heavily on trying to bait you into play constantly, which is nice. Shame I can't make a bunny girl since I need the DLC. Yeah. Well, I mean, listen. Bunnies are nice and all. But for obvious reasons, I am on the side of cat girl supremacy. Like, this has to tie into Tylanium, right? Everything has come back to Tylanium. Even the foundation of the original colony on Drovia. So who are here? And the last company was the Tylanium company. Like, so we've got Dyson Enterprises, we've got Hanel Metals, we've got Milex Mining. I don't see it being plutonium. I don't think we've mentioned plutonium. Nothing has come up about like pharmaceuticals or anything. Or food. Dyson Enterprises is the only one that has the Drovia connection and the Tylanium connection. sus. But there was a second company. Was it Millix? I think it was Millix. Hold on, do we have... Oh shit, we've had so many conversations. Shit. The CEOs, here we go. Yeah, Millix. Keep an eye on that. When are they adding the Khajiit girls? The Khajiit girls are due this summer. So we don't know. I don't think we have a month release date, but they are due this summer. Cat girls are nice. Sold on the dragon girl now. That's extremely valid. Man, almost everyone I know plays dragon girls. And on the one hand, I'm like, but where's the love for the cat girls? But on the other hand, it guarantees that I am the tallest person in my friend group. Because I'm a max height cat girl, which is slightly taller. Forward, our deal, Saito. Mr. Gonzalez, as promised, I am sending you more detailed instructions for your mission on Gara. On 1840/05/04 at 8:30 in the morning, you will wait for your contact person at the big fountain on Juris Plaza. She will hand you a data stick that you will take with you when you leave the planet in the evening. As soon as you have left the Garian network, you will be provided with the exact address to send the data to. As agreed, you are strictly forbidden from asking questions or trying to find out what the data is about. Discretion is of utmost importance for this mission. As soon as the module is in my possession, the agreed upon fee will be transferred to your bank account. Sincerely. Forward, sorry. Saito. Zora, you probably figured out by now that I lied to you about Williams asking me to take care of the handover. Pretty sure you're mad as hell and I'm sorry for that. Thing is, I have a bad feeling about this whole mission and I really couldn't stand it if you got hurt. We promised each other that this was the last job we'd accept and that we'd get out of it all afterwards. However, over the last few days, I realized that going back to normal after all those years scares the shit out of me. I'm not like you. What I'm trying to say is, if I don't get out of this, I want you to quit nonetheless and do what we were planning to do. I'm sure it'll make you happy. Maybe not immediately, but surely after a while. If everything goes as planned, I'll be with you in no time, and I'm sure I'll find a way to get used to normal life. If it doesn't, don't look back, and don't come looking for me. Boyd. Aw, I was right. Zora is his weak link. Khajiit girls, say no more, I'm cashing in now. Yeah, don't do it yet. So the way it works is when they release a new expansion pack, all the old expansion packs get folded into that one. So you buy, so if you don't own any of them, if you buy the latest one, you own all the previous ones as well. But also trying to buy anything relating to a subscription or expansion packs from this company, their website's a fucking nightmare. Even, I do it on the regular on that website, and I still have to go on Reddit sometimes to figure out how the hell I'm supposed to be doing anything. They've managed to design a website that's probably scared off a large portion of potential users. This has to be Teladium, right? The name of the company behind the Liberators, based on... So far, I think it might actually be Dyson. We're not submitting the sheet yet, though, but we'll set it up for Dyson. Oh, fuck, that's so many companies. Holy shit. Okay. For now. What was Neil doing? Leaving. But yeah, if you were to buy Dawn Trail, you should get everything up to that as well. There we go. I would say don't buy it through Steam, but a lot of people talk about having trouble through Steam. Gara, Paloon Market. It's always the Hoover Company? Yeah. It'll turn out that Millix is the cover for Black & Decker. Let me see. I've maybe forgotten what the fuck we were doing. Oh, I'm getting a phone call apparently. Hey Gary. Conrad, I'm having car troubles, but I'll be there soon. Car troubles, huh? Save it, Conrad. This is literally the first time you got somewhere faster than me. While you're waiting, you could swing by the restaurant where Cox presumably had dinner and check his alibi. We asked for them to send over tonight's surveillance footage. They said that their camera is, unfortunately, broken right now. Seems to be one of those locations where privacy is part of the service. The restaurant's on the layer above Cox's office and the train station. And go upstairs and take a left. You could have a chat with his wife if she's still here. Her name is Yvonne Cox. Roger that. See you in a bit. I'll give you a call when I have an ETA. Ooh, vending machine. Oh wait, I just bought more cigarettes. God damn it. I'm gonna have those things fucking coming out of my ears. He smoked one in the entire game, but he's just stacked on them. Using the Steam version though, I can buy it on the site anyway. I'll check that out if I decide to buy it. I would suggest, if you do decide to go permanent, to pick it up from the website. You may have to reinstall it, but you'd probably have to do that anyway. Just because of... I'm not sure what the issues are, but there's so many people have had issues with it that I know Steam is just like, it's just like not recommended to use it. The Henry Hoover with the face, oh my god, that would be terrifying. Good evening, sir. Do you have a reservation? Evening. I'd like to talk to Yvonne Cox. Is she here? I must ask, is she expecting you? Not really, no. I'm sorry, but I can only let you in as part of a reservation. Neil Conrad, CDI. Would you please lead me to Miss Cox? Would you please follow me? It's like the contemplation. Sir? And that's why it's vital that we keep negotiating with them, no matter what Albert says. Miss Cox? Yes? Who are you? Neil Conrad, CDI. Sorry to interrupt, but I'd like to ask you a few questions. CDI? What did I do to deserve your attention? It's about your husband, actually. Ah, well... Excuse me, Mr. Conrad. Jacqueline Hendricks, attorney at law. Miss Cox is my client. You realize that she's not obligated to give you any information about... It's okay, Jacqueline. Let's talk, Mr. Conrad. Would you mind if we stepped outside? I need some fresh air. Jacqueline is a little overprotective sometimes, and that's how you know a lawyer is worth their salt. You said this was about Albert. What is it you want to ask me? I was wondering if you could tell me where your husband was around 6 o'clock tonight. We met here with Jacqueline at 17:30 and discussed some business decisions over dinner. About half an hour ago, Albert got a phone call and excused himself. And that was us. Sorry for interrupting your dinner. Did Mr. Cox act strange in any way over the last few days? I have no idea. Last time I saw him before tonight must have been 2 weeks ago. Albert and I don't live together anymore. We have all but separated. You're getting a divorce? Maybe. It would be very complicated for our businesses. I see. Well, that's all for now. Thank you for taking the time. Gary, what's up? I'll be there in 10 minutes. What about you? Did you talk to the wife? Yeah, she corroborates his alibi. Do you believe her? I didn't have the impression she'd lie to protect him. Their marriage is apparently more of a pragmatic arrangement at this point. I see. Listen, I got bad news. Moore's not home. He's on a holiday, according to his wife. She said he went to Manami Tree Resort. We're currently trying to confirm this and get a hold of him. Why don't you go talk to Moore's wife? See if you buy that story. Saito says you're very close by. Move up a layer or two and make a right to leave the market. You should find her apartment there. Come back down to Cox's office when you're done. It's right near the train station. I'll be there in 10. Well, it's a good thing all of these people are like...
On my way up to Moore's apartment, I walked through aromatic clouds of fried rice, fish, and mystery meat. I'd been down to Paloon Market once before, with Catherine. It almost surprised me to see that none of the platforms had collapsed in the years since. People were still selling the same junk, some of it probably stolen halfway across the planet.
I was gonna say, it's convenient that we ended up in the exact place we needed, that all this stuff is like so close together. My little detective legs won't get worn off. Another vending machine. Wait. Wait, where the fuck am I going? Shit. Am I lost again? God damn it. Oh, no. Well. Anybody home? Who's there? Agent Neil Conrad, CDI. I already talked to your colleagues. I know. I'm sorry to bother you once more. You said that your husband went on vacation, is that correct? Why don't you come in? Can I see your badge? Of course. James went to Minami Tree Resort. His flight left last night after work. Is there a way to contact him? He left his cell here because he wanted some peace and quiet. What exactly do you want from him? I hope he's not in trouble. Why would you say that? Does he get in trouble a lot? No, not lately. Wouldn't everybody be worried about the CDI knocking on their door? Not lately. Does your husband have a criminal record? He made some mistakes years ago, and he did his time for it. What did he do? His boss asked him to make a delivery of illegal substances. James got caught, and his boss said he knew nothing about it. Who was his boss at the time? Not Mr. Cox, I suppose. Oh, it was Cox, all right. James was in prison for almost a year, and went right back to working for him. He didn't hold a grudge at all? Let's say he didn't have much of a choice. It's hard enough finding a job nowadays, even more so with a criminal record. Thank you, Mrs. Moore. That's all for now. If your husband gets in touch, tell him to contact me. Here's my cell info. Do you mind if I have a quick look around? Look around? Why not? But please don't make a mess. Holy shit. If the mystery meat ain't kebab, I'm rioting. I don't think mystery meat is kebab. Mystery meat, I mean, it could be a kebab. It's just not, you know, from the usual animal. A single plate in the sink. Looks like she had dinner alone. Oxydanole. Oxydanole? A highly addictive substance used in lung disease treatment. The fuck was that? 2 news articles of Moore's hung up on the wall. I downloaded them to my cell. Oh, okay, that's what he was doing. Hold on. Oh, she has more to say, though. Millix wins 10-year court case. Guardian Gazette. Report by Amy Sawson. Negotiations in the Hope scandal finally came to a close last Monday. Millix Mining had made negative headlines almost 16 years ago when hundreds of employees filed a class-action lawsuit against the mining giant. Many of them had suffered permanent lung damage after allegedly having been exposed to harmful gases over prolonged periods of time in the mining chamber dubbed Hope on Femus. A long, slow, and expensive back and forth of appeals followed until last week, when the Interplanetary Court finally ruled that the company would not be held accountable and did not have to compensate the alleged victims. This conclusion is viewed by many as a great failure of the federal justice system. Neither the mining lobby's system-wide influence nor the Federation's interest in Millix's economic success are a secret, leading many to openly question the integrity of the court's decision. Charges against Cox Security. Guardian Gazette. Report by Thomas Ali. Last week, a delivery van belonging to the company Cox Security was stopped as part of a routine traffic control. The police found an undisclosed amount of mind-altering substances stowed away under the loading area and arrested the driver on the spot. Facing charges of drug trafficking, the CEO of Cox Security has denied any involvement and claimed the driver was acting of his own accord. If the driver admits fault, he is looking at up to 1 year in prison. That was in 1831, which was 9 years ago. The Millix was 1838. That was a 10-year court case. Right, so she gets 10-year court case. It was 16 years ago, so possibly she gets lung damage due to this. Millix wins the court case and there's no payout. No, this is... Right, the Millix wins the court case and there's no payout. And 9 years or 7 years before that, while the court case is still ongoing, he smuggles drugs for the CEO to try to make money to pay for her medicine. And then 2 years ago, Milex doesn't have to pay out a cent, so he's stuck in his financial issues. Yeah. Harbor spot, Ed. Hello, this is Ed, the guy from the harbor. You said you'd buy me my spot back. I didn't hear anything yet. Please call me. Shit. I fucking... We left the map too early. I need to solve that. Fallout. Oh, yeah. Excuse me, Mrs. Moore. I have another question. Why did you frame those 2 news articles? They're important to James and me. They remind us of things we shouldn't forget. What things? I'm sorry, but that's really private. Could I ask you to leave now? I'm tired and need some rest. I see. Thank you. Yeah, that's absolutely what's going on there. She gets a lung disease. He smuggles drugs to try and pay for it. The company ends up never having to face any responsibility. Conrad, how did it go with Moore's wife? Well, she doesn't seem to know what her husband is up to. I took a look around the place, though. Good. We need all the information we can get. I'm almost at Cox's building. Meet you there.
Oftentimes in our investigations, the obvious solution would turn out to be the right one. People usually acted in accordance with their interests and their emotions. Whoever we first thought did it, they often turned out to have done it. With Moore and everyone else we had met so far, it always felt that we were at least one step removed from the truth. Nothing about this case was obvious.
I don't know how to get back to the fish thing for that guy, Ed. If I even can. Conrad, we need to go up here. Cox has probably been waiting for us for a while. What's with the shabby building? I thought this was a big company. And this is just one of their bases of operations, apparently. Listen, Conrad, I just got a call from the AG. She ordered us to arrest Cox. What? From the AG herself? Why? I thought we were just going to question him. Did you tell the AG that we don't suspect Cox of starting the broadcast? I did, but I guess there's been a change of plans. Why does she want us to arrest him? She said we have strong reason to believe that he's part of the Liberators. Did she bother telling you what she's basing that on? No. No? We don't have time to waste here, Conrad. Let's go get him. Do you want to do the talking? I'll see if I can have a look around in the meantime. Sure. I don't think he's going to give us trouble, but keep on your toes. He's big in the security business, after all. We have no reason to believe that. Well, oh, wait, no, of course. Moore would have done it if his boss offered it. He's already done shifty shit for his boss before. Good evening, Mr. Cox. I'm Agent Long, and this is my partner, Agent Conrad. Good evening. I'm sorry I don't have more chairs in here. We'll stand. I heard there was a break-in on Mr. Brown's watch. I didn't expect this sort of slip-up from him. I apologize. Well, we're not here for him, actually. Mr. Cox, you're under arrest. You're suspected of providing support for an interplanetary conspiracy. I see. Oh, shit. Oh. Shit, Gary. Put down that gun immediately. Get out of my way. You just shot a CDI agent. It's over, Mr. Cox. Oh, please, don't overestimate your power. Bluff. Shooting a CDI agent causes a citywide alarm. They're already locking down the area. No, you're bluffing. I'm not. This is your last chance to surrender. Fuck you. You won't get anything from me. Put down your weapon and turn around to the wall. Oh, it worked! Police! Drop your weapons right now! It's under control, officer. Stand down. I'm Neil Conrad, CDI. We're coming up. If we see a gun, we'll shoot. Listen to me. I'm CDI. My partner was shot and needs medical attention. Mr. Cox opened fire on us. We're coming in. No sudden movements. I'll put away my gun if you keep yours pointed at Mr. Cox, okay? What's going on here? Have you not paid attention to a single fucking word I've said so far, idiot? My partner and I came here to question Mr. Cox. He opened fire on us without warning. Oh no, to be fair, random guy pointing gun at CEO is probably a concern. Show me your badge. See? I'm CDI. My name is Neil Conrad. This is my partner, Gary Long. He needs medical attention. Keep an eye on this guy, please. He's highly dangerous. I have to check on my partner. Okay. Marquez, make sure the building is clear and call for a medical team. I'll keep an eye on the perp. Gary, come on, say something. I'm okay. I'm okay. You sure? I'm sure. Just hit my head when I fell. Oh, thank fuck. You're wearing your vest. Always when I'm in the field. I see our friend is still alive. Going to be an interesting talk later. Fuck you. I'm not going to tell you anything. Okay, I thought the AG was fucking with us, but no, she apparently had a point. I was not ready for that. Fuck. Neither was I. We should have been more careful. Looks like the AG had a point when she asked us to arrest him. I told you the higher-ups know what they're doing. Let's have a look around. There's probably something in here Cox really didn't want us to see. Is this propaganda? Is that what's happening right now? Am I playing propaganda? Oh well. Apparently I hacked up since I linked Steam to the Square Enix account. I can't do the trial on the site one. Guess I have to make a new account. Shit, good thing I told you early, huh? That might be one of the issues. I'm not sure. There's so many different issues with Steam and the Square Enix one. Sorry about that. If I'd realized... Yeah, so the Square Enix website for Final Fantasy is rough at best, like, in the sense that you look at it and you go, who designed this and why has it not been updated since the 80s? It is definitely something that you have to be prepared to make multiple accounts on before you get it right. It's trying to explain how it works is kind of like trying to explain thermodynamics. I don't know how it works, and I can't explain it. Only way to transfer is to buy the games, which has a complete version. Oof. That is... I can kind of see why, I guess. There must be some reason that you have to de-link them like that, or link them like that. I'm not sure. Oh, I linked it before telling you. Rip. Excellent. Not my fault and can't be accused of it. Splendid. I'll take any get out of jail free card. We were just walking by when we heard the gunshots. I mean, I'm glad you didn't shoot me. Oh, hello. Cox Security received a prize from the DE grant years ago. That's the same grant the, not AdSpot, the other guys got. What was his fucking name? Gonzalez. A pinboard containing work schedules and security information. Okay, so it's openly known who's working when. Maybe... I wonder, did Moore do it or is he set up? No signs of forced entry. What the hell am I doing in here? Hello? What is the actual purpose of me? Oh, there we go. Gary, come check this out. Looks like Cox was destroying records. I think we interrupted him. Don't touch anything. I'll get a team here to salvage whatever possible. Sounds good. And what should I do next? Go home and take a few hours off. Let the adrenaline settle. Sounds good. But if you find out something about those drives or the next attack or Mr. Moore, I'll give you a call. But now go home. I'll let the chief know what happened. Copy that. Can I go back to the harbor? I need to go buy a guy a boat. Or a boat docking area. Oh, right. Yeah, of course. There's a bunch of fucking gunshots. Okay, there was one. But, like, still concerning. Pet the lizard? Yes, we will pet the lizard. Oh! How long has this been here? Poor Ed. I think I may have screwed Ed. By accident. Hey, Neil. Hey, Kat. Everything alright? No. Laura's disappeared. What do you mean, disappeared? I told her that she couldn't go to that party, but when I came home from work, she was gone. Sounds like she went anyway. Yeah, no shit. She doesn't answer her cell, so I called her best friend, Shalene. She says she's at the party, but hasn't seen Laura there. She's probably covering for her, don't you think? I'm not sure about this. Should I go there and see for myself? I'd wait another hour if I were you. She'll be back soon now that Shalene had told her you're looking for her. She won't want you to worry for too long. Alright. Hey, Neil? You want to swing by for a glass of wine? I'm on the train right now, on my way back from work, and I'm pretty tired. Is it okay if I swing by spontaneously? Oh, yeah, of course. I'm sitting here waiting anyway. If I'm too tired to come and she's still not there in an hour, give me a call, okay? Okay. Okay, but like, instead of flirting with your ex-wife, we could go help a fisher out. Wait. Oh! Hey! I didn't even know I was... I've always been able to go this way when we come back to the apartment. Also, why is that keypad busted? I don't know where Laura's house is. I think it's over here. I'm not actually sure. Oh, new news articles, though. Developments in Barney's murder. Drovia Today. Article by Zoe Kung. As previously reported, Drovian Foreign Minister Joseph Barney was shot dead by an unknown assassin last night around 1:30. Attorney General Amelia Thorne announced this morning that the CDI has already arrested the suspected killer, but did not elaborate on his identity or motives. Liam Campbell, chief of the CDI's Terror Prevention Unit, which was in large part responsible for Barney's visit during his stay, is expected to make a statement of his own later today. Daniel Marav, Savian Prime Minister of Drovia's colonial government, called the murder an extraordinary failure of the Garian state, adding it was a scandal that Drovian politicians have to fear for their lives on Garian soil. Drovia Today has already spoken to two key witnesses, Mr. Barney's personal bodyguards, Carl Smith and Lisa Morton. They were both present at the villa at the time of his murder. Both are reported to have been treated respectfully by the CDI, and that the Garian authorities showed genuine concern and professionalism in the matter. Excellent! Not being a dickhead to them has worked in our favor. Who's that? Oh, hey, this is her house. Hey, Catherine, how you doing? Don't mind me analyzing your house. Hey, wanna go up on the roof? Yeah, why not? Haven't been up there in a while. It was one of the reasons why we rented the apartment, remember? Of course I do. Getting excited about things is so easy when you're 24. So, how's life going? Okay, I guess. Yours? Same. Oh, stunning conversation, thank you. I know it's silly, but I sometimes still wonder why it didn't work out with us. There was a time when I was so sure we were a perfect match. I've asked myself the same a million times. And I came up with lots of different answers. We were too young for a kid. I was too focused on my new job. Our place was too small. I wanted to find that one good reason to explain it to myself, to make sense of it. But honestly, I think we were just bad at it. We couldn't stop fighting about the same small bullshit. And we kept hurting each other for no reason until we reached a point of no return. And that's it. Maybe you're right. But that's sad, don't you think? Yeah. Don't worry too much about Laura. I'm sure she's fine. We should be happy for her that she's having a good time at that party. You said yourself that she had some trouble fitting in with the other kids. Yeah, I know. It's just... I think about the shit I did when I was her age. That's probably why I worry so much about her. But you turned out okay, and I'm sure Laura will too. She's smart. I can barely keep my eyes open. I have to go home now, before I fall off this roof. If Laura isn't home in an hour, give me a call, okay? I will. Thanks for swinging by. It was nice to be up here with you again. I'll stay a little longer. What a throwback, huh? It was nice. See you soon. Yeah! That is, like, so fucking reasonable, too. Like, sometimes people are just bad at that. And it's not a condemnation of anyone involved in it. It just is. I still smell heterosexual leanings, but avoidable. I don't remember how to get to my apartment, though. Is it this way? Do I go... Are there stairs on the other... No, I don't think there are. Wait, no, it's not even the same place, is it? I have to get another train, don't I? I can't remember. Shit. Where's my goddamn house? Oh, I have to be in the right area. I'm not getting another train summoned. Wait. Now I'm at... Oh. Oh, this place is a loop. Shit, I didn't realize. Bro, where's the fucking house? Oh, do I literally just live down the street from my ex-wife's apartment that we used to live in together? That's... I mean, if it's been long enough, that's fine.
I met my own tired gaze in the glass. There were so many things on my mind. Laura's disappearance worried me more than I had shown. I thought that maybe we should have let her go to that party. In hindsight, it probably wouldn't have mattered. And then there was Cox. I was curious about his explanation as to why he had opened fire on us. But mostly, I was glad that I hadn't had to shoot him.
Welcome home, welcome, Mr. Conrad. Your visitor is waiting inside. Oh, god damn it. A visitor? I'm not expecting anyone. Who is it? Your visitor is ID unknown. What the? I didn't tell you that I was expecting someone. Why did you let them in? I'm sorry. I did not understand the question. Stupid fucking thing. I'll see for myself. Yeah, that means they had the keypad. Oh, wait, no, it's probably Laura. I don't know who that is. Maybe it's Zora. You can put that gun away. Who are you? You got a nice place up here, and they pay you well. Show me your face. Turn around. Okay. Lila? Who? Oh, right, my face. I don't like it, to be honest. Wait, it's you. You're the one who assaulted Lila. I'm Zora. Nice to meet you. Slowly put your hands up. I'm here to talk. Put your hands up, or I'll be forced to shoot. Nobody's forcing you to do anything. You can make your own decisions. What do you want? We need a guy in the CDI to help us out with a few things. And why the fuck would I do that? We have your daughter. I should have led with that. You what? We took your daughter. Laura? No. You're full of shit. You can ask your ex. She's not at home. Where is she? She's safe with us. You work for the Liberators, right? I have a record of your conversation with the man who shot Banny. Is stealing little girls really how they're trying to stand up for their ideals? You'd have to ask them. I don't know or care what they believe in. We're just getting paid. Or rather, we were supposed to. But then you showed up and botched the final step of the plan. The Liberators asked you to steal the Chief's data and deliver it to them? So you pieced that together already? Yes. What was on that stick that made it so important? No idea. Wait, you don't know either? I thought you had the drive. I don't. And I don't think I'll get my hands on it anytime soon. Who has it then if you don't? My superiors, if it still exists at all. That complicates things. I guess we'll have to move on to Plan B right away. Since the handover went south, the Liberators refused to pay us. We need that data to get our money, after all. This is where you come in. If you figure out what the data's about, we might be able to locate it in the CDI database and extract it. I'll send a private sheet to your cell. Submit it to us once you found out. I will do no such thing. Don't be difficult. And hand me your cell for a minute, will you? Why? You don't need it to open a sheet. That's for something else. I need access to the CDI network for a moment. What for? To set up a backdoor for our hack. Why are you telling me all this? I could arrest you right here but you won't, and I doubt that you could. I'm telling you this because we work together now. The better you do your part, the sooner our client pays us, and the sooner you see your daughter again. If you do anything on my cell, they'll trace it back to me. Don't worry, I'll use someone else's credentials. Whose credentials? It doesn't matter. Give me your cell. At least tell me who I'd be throwing onto the bus. Gary Long. What? No. His job means everything to him. Is that really more important to you than Laura's safety? Come on, she's your only bargaining chip. I'll try to find out what that data was about. That's gotta count for something. You're definitely not increasing her chances if you don't cooperate right now. Use my login. You wouldn't want to get yourself in trouble like this. No, you wouldn't want me to get in trouble like this. I'm too important for you. So we agree. It has to be your colleagues at Credentials. Use my credentials, or I'm not giving it to you. Fine, but my boss won't be happy about it. This wasn't the plan. Well, maybe your boss could shit in his hands and clap, bitch! Kidnapping my fucking daughter? Done. So that's it then? I gave you access, and I'll tell you all I find out about that data. You'll let Laura go now, right? This was just the first step. If you keep cooperating, you'll see her again soon. Please, just let her go. She doesn't have to suffer like this. I'll help you anyway, so you'll leave us alone. No can do, sorry. It's not my call. Is this really what you will do with your life? Murder and child abduction? I don't have time for this. We're done here. Answer my question. How do you live with yourself? You work for the CDI. Don't you kill and abduct people all the time? Spare me your moral relativism crap. I'm not a mercenary. Sure you are. The CDI is trying to do the right thing. You do whatever the highest bidder tells you to. The right thing? What kind of childish nonsense do you believe in? You don't have to believe in anything to not be evil. I don't believe in anything in particular. And yet, here you are, talking about good and evil. Because we know what that is. We have an intuition for it. Bullshit. There's no such thing. We invented it. No. Look, this lizard over there? He's my friend. He has never done anything evil. He can't. All animals just do shit for a while and then they die. Look, are you trying to keep me talking? You can't pretend to not care about anything. In fact, I know you do. You're separated from someone you care about. What are you talking about? The sniper we caught. You care about him, don't you? You wanted to start a new life with him. That's none of your business. But it's funny you mention him. Thanks to you and your colleagues, I won't see him ever again. Didn't you just tell me it was bad to put people away against their will? My daughter harmed nobody. Your friend killed someone and might start a war. Maybe we can make a trade. What trade? Don't try to fuck with me. I know he's never getting out of there. Probably not, but I could deliver a message. What do you want in return? Promise me to keep Laura safe. Promise that I'll get her back when this is over. That depends on your actions. But I can promise that we'll actually let her go if you work with us. Alright, what's your message? Tell him the moon rises in the south. Okay. I'll be back with more instructions. Great!
As soon as the woman disappeared into the night, my facade slipped and I nearly collapsed on the balcony floor. I took out my cell with shaking hands and tapped on Laura's face in my contacts. Maybe. She didn't pick up. I resisted the urge to call Catherine next. I couldn't just tell her about what had happened. She knocked on my door in the early morning, but I didn't open. I tried to decide on a course of action, but I couldn't concentrate. My mind alternated between trying to remember my last conversation with Laura and conjuring up horrible images of her tied to a chair in some basement. Sometime later, my alarm rang. I got up to go to work, not sure if I was ready to talk to Kat. I must have stood outside her apartment for a few minutes when I finally made a decision.
Oh, she's gonna be so pissed at me. Oh, she's gonna be so pissed at me. Hey! How are you doing? Please don't strangle me. Neil, where the fuck have you been? I've tried calling you 1,000,000 times. I even came to your apartment. I'm so sorry. Laura still isn't home. I've called all her friends and nobody knows anything. Looks like she never went to that party. Shit, Neil, what do I do now? Listen, Kat. Kat, I know what happened to her. What? She was abducted. They took her to blackmail me. I'm so sorry. What are you saying? Who took her? I'm not sure yet. Seems like they're a group of mercenaries involved in Banny's murder. No. And they promise they won't harm her if I do what they say. How can you do that to us? It's not like I allowed them to take her. You have to tell the CDI. Maybe they can find out where she is and get her out of there. It's too risky right now. I'm afraid of what they'll do if they find out I snitched. And you think the people who abduct children and murder foreign ministers give a shit about their promises? I'm still evaluating the situation. I'll do everything in my power to keep her safe. What do they want from you? And they want me to leak information about the case I'm investigating. About the Liberators. Please, Kat, trust me with this, okay? I won't let them do anything to her. I have to go. I'll call you as soon as I hear anything, and you do the same, okay? Alright. I'll be here all day. Cool! That's great, thank you. Time to go Taken, Liam Neeson mode. I feel like I've never seen those movies, so I'm kind of gambling on what that means. Yeah, I can already hear Tramp gearing up to yell at me about having another thing I haven't seen. Is there... Okay. No news sheets. Shook? How are you even remotely surprised at this point? How can you physically be surprised anymore? I haven't seen anything at this point. Probably should have sold Gary out, but... Who is this? Dad? Laura, where are you? Why didn't you let them use the login they wanted? Please, Dad, they're gonna hurt me if you don't listen to them. You need to get me out of here. They swear they'll let me go if you do what they ask. I know how important your job is to you. Laura, but how bad can the things be that they're asking you? Please, I want to finish my novel. Laura, listen to me. I'll get you out of there, okay? Stay calm and do what they say. I have this under control. We'll see each other soon. I need to go. Oh, cool! Great! Now they're blackmailing me with letting my daughter... Cool, that's sick. Oh, sarcasm. That's fair. Alright. What do we got? Banny's murderers speak. Guardian Gazette. Report by Amy Mandel. Less than 24 hours after Banny's death, an organization calling itself the Liberators has claimed responsibility for the attack. It was a scene right out of a movie, with screens all over the Capitol playing their radical message. If you weren't there, this is what they said. Hello, fellow citizens. We are the Liberators, defenders of progress, freedom, and reason. These values have been integral to our society for centuries, but lately they have increasingly come under threat. Religious radicals calling themselves the Saviant Front are aiming to establish a theocratic government on Drovia. The Saviant faith is based on superstition and rejects science to the point where it endangers the lives of everyone under its thumb. We all saw 4 decades ago today what happens when a Saviant state is left to its own devices. We can't let history repeat itself. We demand President Robertson end this madness now, put a stop to all independence talks, and reinstate full Garian rule. We removed the radical Saviant Joseph Bani to get it started. If you do not start implementing measures to meet our demands, more Saviant lives will be spent to protect the future of us all. The Saviant population on Gara will be taken hostage until the Garian population on Drovia is guaranteed its freedom. We must step up for them if our government won't. Await our next move within 48 hours. It won't be as silent as the first. So far, authorities have not confirmed that the people sending the message were in fact involved in Foreign Minister Bani's death, or what the chilling announcement at the end might pertain to. Disclaimer: the Garian Gazette does not support this message, and will continue to stand for togetherness and inclusivity in these difficult times. TLDR, Irish accent dude, former agent going hard-boiled trying to find his daughter by any means necessary. This guy has not got any means necessary in his bones at all, but I do see what you mean. Morning, Conrad. You look pale. Are you sick? No, I'm fine. Hope you got some rest after yesterday's incident. Let me bring you up to speed. The chief said he's making some announcement this morning. It didn't sound good at all. But we'll see in a few minutes. We took Cox in for questioning. You can interrogate him later. But first, you should talk to Saito. He's in our office and has some new intel on Moore and Cox for you. Okay, I'm on it. Listen, Conrad, I might have been a little intense these past few days. These are special circumstances. You understand that, right? Sure, and it's been hard on us all. I gotta run. Talk to you later. Okay, fine. Maybe not ratting him out was a good thing. New apartments. Sunlight Real Estate. Dear Mr. Conrad, we have found 244 new offers fitting your search criteria. In only a few clicks, you can make your dream home a reality. Take a look today. Rachel Garner, Sunlight Real Estate. Current search criteria: Planet Gara. Region: Center, Districts 1 through 4. Layer: Higher, Highest. Interior: Luxurious. Rooms: 2 or more. Max price: 2 million GHD. Smart home package: version 4.8 or higher. Tags: direct sunlight, public transportation, maisonette. Your search has been running for 126 days. To terminate your search request or to modify the criteria, please visit sunlightrealestate.gh. We also have the new sheet with the data. The data is about the something that took place in something on something. I have my suspicions. Everything comes back to... What am I doing? Talk to Saito. Okay. John Wick is better. As long as you two are agreeing. I just... And I don't have to clean up the aftermath of a slap fight. Then I have no complaints either way. Ah, good morning, Neil. Hey, Saito. Gary told me you had some new intel for me. Indeed. I put everything on our pinboard over there. Let me give you a quick overview. First, I assembled some basic information on James Moore and his wife. Second, I managed to pull their recent bank statements. Maybe you'll find something useful in there. That's all I could get my hands on for now, but I got more coming tomorrow. And third, I took a look at the CV of the guy who fired at you, Albert Cox. And guess what I found? He's a Saviant, and he grew up on Drovia. Oh, that's a surprise. I suspected he was working with the Liberators. Well, who knows? He still might. What's also interesting is that he changed his name 20 years ago. Shoot, we're running late to that meeting with the chief. Let's go, I'll tell you the rest on the way. Cox was born as Albert Bolton. His parents owned a big company at the time, Bolton Security Services. They were responsible for the safety of the Saviant colony on Drovia. You mean Sector 2? The one that blew up 40 years ago. Exactly. Bolton Security was sued into oblivion over the incident and eventually went bankrupt. When Cox had finished school, he changed his name and moved to Gara. That's when he founded his own security company using some grant money. Thank you, Saito. Great work as always. Oh, it's nothing. I just did some advanced browsing. Before we go in, I need to ask. Is everything alright? You look not great. Just didn't get enough sleep lately. Thanks for asking. I think everyone's here. Let's start. Thank you all for coming. As many of you know, I've been working for the CDI for 28 years now. I've done everything in my power to defend the values our planet stands for. The principles of freedom, tolerance, equal rights for everyone, and justice have been guiding all of my actions. I've always been proud of our work and our commitment to the Garian democracy. Sadly, the path to justice isn't always clear, and we have to make difficult decisions. The murder of Joseph Bani has severely harmed the relationship between our planet and Drovia, and it puts the fragile peace in our solar system at risk. The Domestic Terrorism Division was charged with protecting Bani under my leadership. In light of our failure to do so, the Attorney General and I have agreed that the only appropriate response is for me to resign from my duties at the CDI, effective immediately. I hope that the separatist groups on Drovia will consider this a sign of sincere remorse, and of our intention to make up for the damage that has been done. I enjoyed working with all of you, and I wish you nothing but the best. I hope that each of you will find your way of fighting for justice. I will still be in my office today if there are any open questions or issues you want to talk to me about. My successor will be announced by the Attorney General in the near future. Starting tomorrow, Agent Long will be taking over my responsibilities until a permanent replacement is found. Thank you, and goodbye. Great! Why do I feel like the Attorney General and I agreed on is code for the Attorney General told me? Hold on. I want to see. Talk to Gary. Talk to the chief is optional. Okay. I'm going to go talk to Saito. I want to see that pinboard in his office. This is not... Oh, this is the chief's office. Hold on. Shit. Hello, Conrad. How can I help you? I wanted to say goodbye. It was good working for you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Why is his office so fucking long with his desk all the way back here? I have to admit, I'm surprised by your decision. It's not like you could have done much more to protect Bani. Come on, Conrad. We both know that doesn't matter. Heads needed a roll for this. Chief. Why did we arrest Cox? I mean, it looks like it was the right call, but we didn't know that at the time. And why didn't you give us the arrest order yourself? The AG didn't tell me why she wanted to do it, so I refused to give the order. So you don't know either? No, it seems like it's classified, same as the information on that stick. I see. Chief... The AG fired you over something else, didn't she? I overheard your conversation yesterday. Why are you telling me this? It didn't sound like you were arguing about Bani's death. You are aware that you can be suspended for eavesdropping on your superiors? In fact, it seemed like you were suspecting the AG of something. Is that the real reason why she wanted to get rid of you? This one's out of your league. Just respect the chain of command. I see. I'll have to pack up my things now. I wish you all the best for your career at the CDI. Thank you. Your cell contacts haven't changed lately, have they? Haven't changed in years. Good. Oh, I'm gonna be getting mystery texts, aren't I? Isn't Agent Long Gary? Yeah. Gary is getting... It's a good thing I didn't use his credentials to log into the system. That would have been an absolute metric shit show immediately. I don't know why going up this staircase in particular is always such a nightmare. Oh, maybe it's because I don't need to go up it. Wait, hold on. Saito is... Fuck, next floor. Is it? Wait, isn't this the chief? This is the chief. Fuck. What floor is Saito on? Why does this... Wait, can I... How long have I been able to go over here? How many goddamn floors does this place have? What the hell? Have I been able to go over to the offices on this side of the building the entire time? Son of a bitch. Do the people who have Laura know about Gary's promotion? I don't think anybody knows because it got announced today, but... Okay, I can't get up that one for some fucking reason. Although maybe that would make sense as to why they were so insistent on using on Gary's credentials, but she still let me use mine. Who the fuck are you? Oh, this is just the rest of the agents that are like, what the fuck, my dude? Neil Conrad having the worst day of his fucking life. Show me the pin board. You told me you put a bunch of stuff on the pin board. Now you won't let me access the pin board. Also, Saito isn't even here. Oh, no, that might be... He's not blonde. And that was unexpected. Fuck, I can't believe I'm standing in for the... Fuck, even Gary didn't know. Jesus. Warn a bitch in advance. I never thought they'd pick me. I have to call my wife. Guess I'll be doing some overtime in the next few days. And don't you think it's strange that the AG fired him? Gotta admit, she never really liked him. Maybe she was waiting for an opportunity. But someone had to get fired for Banny's death just for the optics, don't you think? Maybe, but the chief always did an excellent job. It didn't have to be him. I'm not thrilled about it either, but we should focus on the Liberator's threat. I don't want to start my new job with a string of terror attacks. Let's recap what we've got so far. Listen up, squad. Time for a little wrap-up. I suppose you're all as surprised as I am about our chief's sudden retirement. However, we need to focus on the Liberators and their plans now. Let's go over everything we've got so far once more. Drovia's foreign minister Banny was shot last night by a sniper who goes by the name of Boit. Boit then went to see a woman called Zora, which seems to have been a deviation from their original plan. He convinced her to hand him a stick with confidential stolen data. The next morning, Boit met another man to hand him that data. Abraham Gonzalez, CEO of the Drovian company Power Up. We were able to extract a deleted message from Gonzalez's cell, which proves that someone paid him to fetch the stick and send the data to an unknown address once he was outside the Garian network. This leads us to believe that the data cannot be sent unnoticed via the web, which applies only to the best-kept secrets of the Garian government. We don't know who paid either of them. But the message to Gonzalez was sent via an encrypted channel on the Mercurius network. That means it must be one of the higher-ups of a large, publicly traded company. We don't know what was on the data stick, because we haven't been cleared for access yet. Yesterday morning, an anti-Savient terror group calling themselves the Liberators publicly broadcast a video in which they claimed responsibility for Banny's murder. They also announced a second attack within 48 hours. Their broadcast was sent from the AdSpot building. They operate all the billboards across the city. At the time the video started, the building was being guarded by a Cox security employee. We have reason to believe that the perpetrator was another employee of that same company, James Moore. His wife says that he went on a holiday at Minami Tree Resort, but he never turned up there. We're currently running a planet-wide search for him, but without success so far. The CEO of Cox Security, Albert Cox, opened fire on Agent Conrad and myself when we went to arrest him. Why were you arresting Cox? It was an order from the Attorney General. Conrad convinced Cox to surrender. We arrested him and brought him in for questioning. He had been in the process of destroying hard drives before we arrived. Our IT department is currently trying to restore what's left of the data. Do we think Cox is a key figure behind the Liberators? He certainly is involved with them in some way, but he doesn't have access to the Mercurius network. We have to assume there's some bigger fish behind Cox. What's also strange is that he's a Savian himself. He grew up on Drovia. Our current priority is to prevent any further attacks. Colroy, I want you to support the ongoing manhunt for James Moore. Young, we brought some stuff back from Cox's office. Work your magic on it and let us know if you find something. Saito, you keep gathering as much information as you can on our prime suspects. Conrad, you should check whether you can establish a motive why Moore would support the Liberators. Take a look at all the evidence we've got, including the information Saito put on our pinboard. You should also have a chat with Cox. We brought him to the interrogation room in the basement. Roger that. We also brought our sniper in for a second round of questioning. You could give it another try and see if you can get something out of him. Gonzalez surrounded himself with lawyers. Could be a while until we can interrogate him again. That's all for now. Come back to me when you've got something. Holy shit, that was a lot of information at once. New sheet. Moore's motive. Nationalism, drug addiction, sick wife. I think it's sick wife. We'll leave it at that for now. I still think this is going to be about the Sector 2 incident in... It was 40 years ago, so 1800. On Drovia. Oh, it's hydration break time, actually. I'll check the pinboard first. Fucking hell. Okay. Let me see. Payment rejected, insufficient funds. Oh no. Oh, okay. Yeah, the pharmaceuticals, 300. 550. Those two cancel each other out, so that's 500 and... Yeah, he's struggling to pay for his wife's medication on his shitty salary. And then he gets... And then there's a pregnancy test. And then he gets a big fat check from his boss. And the first thing he buys is his wife's fucking medication. Oh yeah, no, that's motive detected. Well, it's always nice to know I was right. Rip to that guy. Evelyn Moore, date of birth 1801/08/20. Place of birth, Femus, Sector 6. Civil status, married to James Moore since 1820/02/02. Fuck, you married at 19? Places of residence, 1801 to 1822. Femus, Sector 6. 1822 to present, Gara. Career, 1818 to 1825. Mining professional for Millex Mining. Mining complex Hope on Femus. Criminal record, 1824. Fined for petty larceny. Cyber implants. Oh, apparently none. Yeah. Okay. I wonder what the petty larceny was about, 'cause she was still employed. Then again, with how they paid, they probably sued her for fucking time theft or some bullshit, which isn't a real crime. Here we go. James Moore. Date of birth 1790/12/02. Place of birth Femus, Sector 6. Civil status married to Evelyn Moore since 1820/02/02. Places of residence 1790 to 1822. Femus, Sector 6. 1822 to present, Gara. Career 1814 to 1822. Junior security professional for Bemel Security Agency, Femus. 1822 to present. Senior security professional for Cox Security Services, Gara. Criminal record 1824. Fine for bodily harm. 1826. Fine for attempted theft. 1831. 6 months prison for transporting illegal substances. She told me he did a year in prison for that. Cyber implants, columns brain enhancement, resistance against mind-altering drugs, extended field of view. Columns reaction augment, shortened reaction time, increased hand-eye coordination. Why do you have resistance against mind-altering drugs? Why did you need that? Or is it just for the extended field of view? That one could be a misdirect. Moore's motive. I'm almost entirely certain that that's... something attack glory. The Hope scandal. Okay, we have a second thing the data could be about. It could be about the Hope scandal. Because Cox is involved. It's a direct line to the Hope scandal. Okay, but we'll do our hydration break here. Last save 12 minutes ago. Ha, great, thank you. But yes, grab some snacks, grab some drinks, grab some stretches, and we will be back to see more about this case in about 10 minutes. get back into our mystery. Sticking our nose where it doesn't belong and getting violently, aggressively blackmailed by terrorist organizations. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Definitely no lingering psychological trauma there. I don't know who the fuck any of these people are. We are interrogating Boit, I assume is in this room. Is this one empty? Yeah. There are a lot of cameras in this building. How do they expect me to get data? I don't think I want to know. Don't be fucking rude. Long time no see. Still not the talkative type, huh? Okay, listen up. Things have changed since we last spoke. I turned off the camera so we can talk freely. Your people have kidnapped my daughter to extort me. Last night, your friend Zora came to my home to talk to me. But don't get your hopes up. It's about money, not your freedom. She gave me a message for you. What message? I'll tell you, if you help me with Laura. If you're bullshitting me, I'm not. What exactly do you want me to do? Looks like I'm pretty much locked up in here. Who are these guys you and Zora are working for? We both know I can't give you any details. We're mercenaries, that's all I can say. Where do they keep Laura? I have no clue. We have a bunch of hideouts in the city and the whole solar system. I don't even know all of them. In the whole... That's a pretty huge organization you're part of. We're not just some thugs, we're professionals. You want me to help you? I'll give you one piece of advice. Do what they tell you. If I do, will I get her back? We usually keep our end of the bargain. Why are they blackmailing you? The people who asked you to shoot Banny won't pay them, because we prevented the handover. Now they want me to help them get the data back. I see. You said you had a message for me. The moon rises in the south. The fat guy I met at Joris Plaza. He was pretty sure he got his assignment from someone in the Telanium business. You mean Gonzalez? The man you brought the storage module? If that's his name. Maybe that'll help you somehow. Thanks for letting me know. Could you tell Zora that the sun sleeps in the north? Sure. Okay, I'll tell her. Good luck with your daughter. I think both of you can go fuck yourselves. But, needs must. I'm getting so boned over that. Okay. Okay, so whatever the fuck is going on with these guys is definitely Titanium. They're Drovian, and they're mining. So yeah, they have to be Dyson. Wait, what am I doing? Talk to Cox. Where the fuck is he? The other interrogation room? Oh, yes. Hey, bitch. Good afternoon, Mr. Cox. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I'm waiting for my legal team. You fired at my partner and me. Care to explain? I probably don't need to tell you that you didn't make the best first impression on us. Your behavior and your company's involvement in yesterday's broadcast make it look like you're somehow involved with the Liberators. A quick look at your biography showed that you're a Saviant, and you grew up on Drovia. It doesn't make sense that you'd support an anti-Saviant terror group. 25 years ago, you moved to... I don't fucking know. Gara. Gara, why? Sometimes life forces us to do things we don't want to. I should have absolutely reread his info. You don't like it here? I don't. Why not? Why don't you ask that yourself and your fellow Garians? You consider Drovians your enemies and Saviants backward radicals. If you have the choice between hiring a Garian or a Drovian, you hire the Garian. All the missions we ever get come from Drovia. Why haven't you gone back then? Because my compatriots are happy to have a reliable partner for their companies here on Gara. We escort their goods, offer them personal security, you name it. Your parents had a security company as well, didn't they? It was responsible for security at Sector 2. Looks like they didn't do such a good job with Sector 2 blowing up and all. You know nothing about my parents. I already said enough. I'll wait for my lawyers now. Oh, that is pretty good information, though. I don't think Moore gives a shit about his nationalism. Because he's not from Drovia, he's from Femus. Hope Mining was infamous. I don't think he gives a shit about nationalism. I don't think he gives a shit about... he doesn't have a drug addiction. He's got a resistance to drugs. Well, mind-altering substances, which one would assume is most drugs. That's the wrong one. There we go. That has to be Dyson. This, however, is up for debate yet. It could go either way. Conrad, I just read your sheet on Moore. Looks like a motive can be established. You should pay his wife another visit. She didn't seem to know anything yesterday. Maybe she'll tell you more if you confront her with her husband's motive. Roger that. See you there. Am I? I mean, will I? Like, Gary's the chief now. He doesn't have time to be out on the beat, does he? Did I just get a... Okay. This guy is getting the exercise of a fucking lifetime. He's been jogging everywhere. Let me see. I still hope we can get back to the harbor. I don't know if we're going to be able to get back to the harbor. It's going to depend on where the game sends us, I suppose. Poor Ed. I did not mean to accidentally screw him by wandering into a cutscene too soon and leaving. I hope he forgives me. Did I screw him, or did I just get his hopes up?
By the smell of the market, I thought back to the man I had been when Kat had brought me here. How did it all go so wrong? Deep down, I knew the answer. I was just too scared to commit to my family. It was so much easier to care about something that didn't have to like you back. That wouldn't go away if you didn't want it to. For me, that was my job. But ironically, protecting myself like that only made it hurt so much worse. Now that Laura was out of my reach, the pain of being separated was only amplified by the knowledge that I had missed so many opportunities to be with her.
I can't remember where his wife lived. Hey! No, we will, again, no smoking. Quite enough of that. Oh wait, no, it's over here, isn't it? Yes, excellent. Actually, how are we doing on the no smoking front? That's probably fine. Hold on, let me just make sure. Okay, there isn't a second plate in the sink. Hello, Mrs. Moore. Oh, it's you again. Hello. Sorry to disturb you a second time, but I need to ask you a few more questions. So you're still after my husband? I told you, he's on vacation on Femus. He isn't. We checked the ID scanners at all spaceports on Gara and Femus. He never left the planet. You must have overlooked something. Listen, I love James, but he's just a poor devil. Shouldn't the CDI be taking care of the big fish? James isn't one of them. I think you're underestimating your husband. He might be about to make a grave mistake. Did you see the Liberators' video yesterday? It was hard to miss, yeah. We have reason to believe that your husband is affiliated with them. Seriously? That's what you came up with? He might have sold drugs or started a fight once or twice, but this is completely out of his league. We did some research, and it seems like your husband has a strong motive. Your husband is being paid for the attack, and he needs the money for your medication. It's true that I suffer from a lung condition, but we've always managed... If he carries out this attack, and we catch him, he goes to prison for life. If we get him before, the sentence will be significantly less severe. Did you also find out how I got my condition? I was a miner at Milix Mining on Femus. Turned out that I was inhaling harmful gases for months every day. The bosses knew about it, but the money was too good. Hundreds of people's lungs were irreversibly damaged. And you know what? Milix got away with it. They were cleared of all charges. No compensation at all. We have to pay for our medicine ourselves. Why are you going after my husband and not after people like them? I'm really sorry that happened to you, but there's nothing I can do about it right now. What we can do is stop your husband from doing something really stupid. We have reason to believe he's involved in an imminent terror attack. If there's anything you didn't tell me, I need to know right now. What happens if you're right and you catch him? He would probably go to prison for a few years, but it would be much worse if we caught him after the fact. I saw a message on his cell before he left. It was a booking confirmation from a hotel, but it wasn't Unfamous. It was the Korean hotel here on Gara. I thought he might be cheating on me. He booked it until tomorrow. Thank you, Mrs. Moore. You've been very helpful. Promise me he won't get hurt. He's an idiot, but he's a good guy. Please, I need him. I promise I'll do my best to protect him. Listen, I'm pregnant. If he's about to do something stupid, remind him of our unborn son. That'll make him consider his decisions. I will. Thank you for your help. I knew that pregnancy test was
the Korean Hotel. I didn't even need to look that up. It was directly next to the Grand Church at Korean Square, one of the most important houses of prayer for Saviants here on Gara. It probably would be crowded with believers and tourists tomorrow morning. No doubt it was the Liberator's next target. The rush of making progress in the case only lasted a few moments, until I realized that now I had to make a tough decision. If I told Zora about the target, I couldn't tell the CDI, and vice versa.
Why? Wait, why can't you tell the CDI? It's a text. It won't be hard. Hey. Fuck. You startled me. What do you want? Check in with how your investigation is going. But not here. Too crowded. Follow me. Come on. I know a spot. Awful woman. I also don't know where she is. I genuinely didn't see which way she went. Okay, not this way, apparently. Oh! Fuck, I didn't see that at all. This is better. What the hell are you doing here? Are you following me? I told you I'd get back to you. Anything new on our client or what they're planning to do? Next, fuck. Which one is our client? I genuinely don't goddamn know. I might know where the next attack is taking place. Good. Where is it? I can't just tell you that. Well, and I can't protect your daughter if you won't work with us. You need to tell us where and when the attack is taking place. We'd like to have a chat with the people carrying it out, but there can't be any CDI at the scene. Are you saying your people will prevent the attack? We'll take with us the people who are trying to carry it out. People's lives are at stake here. The CDI needs to intercept that attack. Laura's life is certainly at stake. What are you planning on doing with the attackers? What will happen to them? We'll ask them who they're working for. You just ask them and let them go? Don't worry about that. We won't let them go through with their plans. Ugh, I can't do it. Numbers game. Sorry, Laura. I can't tell you. There's too much at stake. It can't be left to criminals to deal with criminals. If we make an arrest, I'll tell you everything we find out. That's not good enough. I assure you, they won't be a problem if we catch them. No, sorry. Your call. You better have results for us soon. You want a beer? A beer? Are you out of your mind? What? You think I poisoned it or something? I thought you said humans were good. Have a little faith. I'm not drinking it. Hey, listen. Did you deliver my message? I did. What did he say? He said the sun sleeps in the north. Okay. Thank you. No point asking what it means. She won't tell me. Are we done here? You know, I thought about what you said. I don't think I'm good, or ever have been. But I will say this. I talked to your daughter today. She's a good kid. I do not like the prospect of her getting hurt. So please, don't mess up. How can you... Then get her out of there. Please. Will you... My boss won't let that happen. It's all in your hands. If you don't find out anything about their next target soon, we'll need your help with the hack. The back door was set up successfully from your cell. Let's hope we won't have to use it. I have to admit, that was pretty ballsy of you to protect your partner like that. You could even call it selfless. I don't think there's such a thing. No matter what you tell yourself, at the end of the day, you do what you do for your own gain. Sometimes it's a few layers removed, but in the end, it's all selfishness with extra steps. I disagree. This is just a convenient way to justify the fucked up things you do. Nihilism can be used as a shield, just like faith. It's convenient to say nothing matters because it makes being in this world hurt a little less. But even you don't like the thought of harming Laura, do you? I think you're doing your best to ignore your conscience. You'll have to face it at some point. Not if I die first. Well, this has been fun. Break is over. I have some business to take care of. I'll check in again soon. I'll take the beer then. You want to take the mystery beer from a strange lady who's actively blackmailing you after kidnapping your daughter? You have strange taste. And no sense of self-preservation, to be clear. Conrad. How did it go? Any news from Moore's wife? I think I found out about the next attack. What? Really? Shit, that's good news, Conrad. Pretty sure it'll go down at Karian Church, and that Moore's the one carrying it out. A Savion Church, huh? Sounds like a match. I'll send a message to our squad, and they have to prepare an intervention unit as soon as possible. I'll meet you at the church. Talk to you later. How are you allowed out? Aren't you busy being chief now? Can I get back into this guy's office? Okay, no. Mystery beer and mystery meat? Yeah, that's true. It's all mystery all the time. Wouldn't be the first. Do you just routinely take drugs from strangers that actively are blackmailing you? I have questions. You know what? I feel like asking any question there is bad for my health. I have questions, but I won't ask them out of a sense of self-preservation. Just the beer? Hey, that counts. Suspicious substances. I went through all the effort of getting onto the train on a different carriage and it still put me back in the middle one. Okay. Is that why I've been subconsciously drawn to getting onto the train in the middle carriage all the time? Another vending machine. Actually, hold on. Did him smoking in that? No, it didn't. Okay. It didn't even up the number of cigarettes I've smoked on the tracker. Ed. Hello, this is Ed again. Did you answer my last message? I had trouble with my cell. It got wet. So please send the message back again. Please send the message again. I need my old berth back. This is killing me. I missed one shot and it won't let me. Ed, I'm so sorry. I've betrayed you. And it wasn't even on purpose. Ah, there's Conrad. Okay, let's talk this through one more time. We believe the Moor will try to get in this temple tonight. We don't know exactly what he's up to, but he'll probably be armed. The temple is closed during the night, so there won't be any civilians in there. The guard was replaced by one of our agents. If Moore tries to get in through the front door, he'll let him in without resistance. Our top priority is to catch Moore red-handed and prevent him from doing anything stupid. Deadly fire is authorized. But we should do everything to get him alive. Maybe he has some helpful intel for us. Yeah, alive's always better. Conrad, you looked into Moore. If we confront him, you'll do the talking. Be careful, everyone. As I said, we don't know exactly what we're dealing with. There are agents dispersed all around the square. If Moore tries to run, Gary, we just saw the target sneak in through the back door of the temple. He's carrying a package. We couldn't see any details, but could very well be explosives. Alright guys, it's on. Let's do this. Conrad, take the lead. Good luck, agents. We all know you're one of us. Conrad, take the lead. Everybody else walking in front of me with their guns out. Like a fucking conga line of guns, okay. Looks like nobody's home. And there's a staircase back here. Let's check it out. Kumar, you come with us. The rest of you stay here. If you hear commotion, come back us up. This is a strange place to set up a suspicious device. Then again, collapse the roof, I suppose. Mr. Moore, this is the CDI. The building is surrounded. Slowly raise your hands. What? Shit. What do you want from me? I didn't do anything. This is over, Mr. Moore. I need you to raise your hands now. I have a bomb here. If you come any closer, I'll pull the trigger. You'll be shot before you move your finger. Your only chance to make it out of here alive is to cooperate. Listen, I'm just following orders. Well, that's the worst excuse ever. This is your last chance to comply. Drop the bomb or we'll open fire. Stay away from me or I'll blow us all up. I'm sure you'd want to meet your child one day. How did you know? Did she tell you? If you don't want your kid to grow up without a father, you have to drop the bomb now. Thank you. You did the right thing. Very good. Turn around so we can cuff you. Take it easy. We'll accompany you to our HQ. I don't think anybody's died yet. I mean, aside from the guy that got assassinated, but that was a mandatory and I can't avoid that. No boom boom. No boom boom! Hell yeah! This is a win for us, remember? We don't want civilian places to get blown to hell. Talk to Cat. Optional. Alright, we'll go talk to Cat. Let's see if my ex-wife has forgiven me for being responsible for... Well, not really responsible. It's not like I did it myself. But, like, see if she'll forgive me for kind of being just a little bit related to... Escalation on Drovia. Guardian Daily. Article by Laura No. Nguyen? In the aftermath of Banny's death and the shocking announcement broadcast by his murderers, the situation on Drovia has come to a head. Large demonstrations and some violent clashes with security, some of which were allegedly instigated by Savient Front members, have rocked the colony over the past 24 hours. Multiple stores, most of them Garian-owned, have been demolished and looted. Protesters were holding signs demanding Drovian self-governance. Others warned of repercussions for Garian murderers. In a statement this afternoon, Prime Minister Marav ordered the protesters to refrain from violence, but also assured them that Gara would see severe consequences for what transpired. Meanwhile, Garian Savient Council urged President Robertson to do everything in his power to prevent any further attacks and anything else that could escalate the situation. Savients on Gara are fearing for their lives. The spokesperson, Ivan Broker, said, "We have heard many reports of people staying home instead of going to school or work because they're terrified. Gara's authorities and terrorism experts seem baffled by the Liberators' sudden emergence. They came out of nowhere," says Professor Melissa Villard, expert on political extremism at Melina University. "They did not emerge from an existing known movement, which is very rare and frankly strange." How un-American? I'm not American! I'm Irish! Of course it's un-American! Let's go get strangled by my ex-wife. Neil, anything new? No. Shit. I'm so scared. What if those people are lying to you? What if they never planned on letting her go? I've talked to them. They assured me they're only after the data. They'll keep their word, okay? Tell you what, if we don't have her back by tomorrow, I'll come clean and ask the CDI for help. Okay. Yeah, okay. That sounds good. Hey, Neil? I'm glad I'm not alone in this. Same. I kinda miss talking to you these last few years. I'm so sorry I didn't spend more time with you and Laura. I just couldn't. It hurt. I know how selfish that sounds. And it is. It sucks. No, I understand. I can relate. I always asked you to take care of Laura more, but Sometimes I felt like doing it by myself was easier than seeing you again and again. Aw. Enjoy the traumas. Something about don't worry about it. I'll get home and catch some sleep. See you tomorrow. Okay, see you. Yeah, what we may or may not have done with cars and wires is a different matter entirely. Fucking Millix again. Hey, Saito. What is it? Hey, Neil. I have good news. Our IT department finally managed to retrieve some of the data Cox was trying to destroy. Most of it are bills and contracts that aren't important for our case. Still pretty illegal, though. But they also found a message that caught my eye. Like the one to Gonzalez, it was sent via the Mercurius network. Pretty sure it comes from whoever's behind the Liberators. I'll forward it to your cell. Good work, Saito. I'll have a look at it tomorrow morning. You need to catch some sleep first. I have even more good news. Young wants to talk to you as well. Hey, Neil. I ran an analysis on the bomb Moore was trying to place in Korean Church. This kind of explosive is usually used in mining. People outside that sector don't have access to this compound. So the odds are high that the Liberators have ties to the mining business. Exactly. Sounds like we're finally making headway in our investigation. See you tomorrow. I was right. It's fucking Dyson, isn't it? It is. It's 100% fucking Dyson. They're the only one that has ties to mining, Titanium, and Drovia. Screw those guys. Fuck them. I think they are anyway. That was a lot of... Hold on. He sent me a big fuck off email with all the information, didn't he? Or was it on the board? Shit, it was on the board, wasn't it? Oh, here we are, yeah. Drovia, 123. Dyson mining Titanium. Yeah, they're the only one. I love being fucking right. Plutonium's had absolutely no significance so far, so... Forward, our cooperation. Saito. Albert, it's been a while since we last talked. I hope you're doing well. First, I'd like to thank you for the good work over the years. I'm glad that a fellow Drovian is taking care of securing our Titanium transports on Gara. Second, I have a proposal to make. Since our cooperation has been going so well, I thought we could extend it a little. I could use your help with an operation I've been planning for a few years now. It doesn't come without risk, but I can assure you that the payment will be good, and, even more importantly, that the mission promises a bright future for both our companies and revenge for what happened to your parents. Let me know if you're interested. Yours, A. Hold on. Have we met anybody with an A? Who runs Dyson? I can't remember. This is Mrs. Moore. That's today. Dyson's back here. Stella, the Attorney General, the CEOs. Abbott Dyson. Yeah, exact. Fucking that guy. You're on thin fucking ice too, mister. Dyson, like the Hoover people. These guys do interstellar mining. But I guess the spelling's the same.
You may be asking yourself how I remained functional throughout all of this. How I didn't just collapse under the pressure and the looming prospect of losing my daughter forever. I think the truth is that over the years, I had gotten really, really good at tuning out the voice that always tormented me, that had always told me horrible shit. This was just adding to it. More to repress, more bubbling beneath the surface. Maybe if it had gone on for long enough, I would have imploded sooner or later.
Yeah, that's a grown man who's not filled with the traumas. Oh, for God's sake, is there someone in my... Zora, goddammit. Stop breaking into my apartment. It interrupts me from petting my lizard. There you are. Zora, what is it this time? Well, you lied to me. My boss isn't happy. I couldn't let you do this, okay? We caught the guy and are questioning him right now. I'll tell you everything. Wait, did I lie? I told her that. Didn't I? I don't think he knows much. His boss, Albert Cox, he's the bigger fish. He fired at my partner and me when we tried to arrest him. That doesn't change the fact that you were supposed to let us intercept that attack. I told you that it would have consequences for Laura if you didn't cooperate. She was moved from her room to one of our interrogation cells. It's pretty damp and cold in there, just a matter of time until she gets sick. You fucking monsters. If she gets harmed in this, I'll... We're willing to give you one last chance. Zora, I told you this explicitly, didn't I? We had this discussion. We're willing to give you one last chance. We'll have to rely on that back door to the CDI network after all. Taking the data back seems to be the best way to get our money right now. But we need your help to go through with it. Here's how this will go. At 7 o'clock tonight, our hackers will commence the attack. But it'll only work if we have someone who's physically at a CDI computer at that time. A new user named 4x458 will pop up and request admin privileges that you'll have to grant. Zora, I have no idea what that means or how it works. I don't even know if my account can do that. I was afraid you'd say that. I guess you'll have to ask a system administrator to help you out. How do you think that'll go? Hey, IT, can you help me invite some hackers into our network? Isn't there someone on your team you can ask? Someone who'll believe you if you tell them you're doing the right thing? You know. You're talking about Saito. I can't. What if he says no? That's for you to figure out. You're good with words. Force him if you have to. Once we're in, we won't have much time until we're kicked from the system automatically. We'll have mere seconds to navigate to the right folder. In order to make it in time, we need to have an idea where to find the data. For which, in turn, we'll have to know what that data is about, and that's your job to find out. How is that sheet going that I sent you? I'm making progress, but I'm not sure if I have all the information I need. Then hurry up. You'll have to submit it by 1900 so we can start the hack. Nah, fuck him. I'm not doing any of this. I'm not asking you this time. If you're not cooperating now, this is it for Laura. I'm sorry. I'll call you once you sent me the sheet. Make sure you're on a CDI computer with your friend to let us in. Put the data on a stick and hand it to us at 11 tonight. I'm sending you the coordinates to our meeting spot. It's a bit further out, so make sure to be on your way in time. If we get the data tonight, I promise you'll have Laura back tomorrow. It'll be the last thing we ask of you. How am I supposed to believe you'll let Laura go? You can't know. You'll have to take my word for it. I've got no reason to do that. If I drag Saito into it and he tells anyone, I'll lose my job. I'll probably go to prison. Throw me a bone. I need to know she'll be fine if I do this. Tell me it makes a difference to you. It can't mean nothing to you to take a young life. It isn't up to me. You keep saying that, but isn't it, really? Do you have zero control over what happens? If you can do something, please tell me it isn't all the same to you if she lives or dies. Do what I say, and she'll live, okay? But what if things go south? If Saito won't help me? If we don't have the right folder? You keep dodging the question. Tell me a human life has some value to you. It would end at some point, anyway. Oh, give me a break. Everything's so easy if nothing means anything. I put everything on the line to protect the life of a criminal. Letting Laura go unharmed will cost you nothing in comparison. Whatever. Your badge and gun betray you. You're a murderer like me. You're wrong about that. There's only one person whose death I'm directly responsible for. And you know what? It fucks me up. It's been years, and it still fucks me up. Is that so? I was chasing down a perp in a car, lost control and crashed into a building. The woman inside was dead on the spot, so quickly that she couldn't feel any pain or fear. That's what they said to me. And they didn't put you away for it? No. No, they didn't. Look, most people are garbage. There's a good chance the world is better off without her. How would you classify yourself, then? Oh, definitely garbage. Wouldn't you agree that the world would be better off without most people in it? No. I don't agree. Human life has inherent value, and a bad person can always change. I've said what I came here to say. You know what needs to be done. Zora. Oh, there she goes again. Hey, Horace. How's it going? Aww. I hate that you have to choose between feeding him and petting him. It makes me feel like I'm doing something wretched every time I don't feed him. Oh, fuck me. Another email. Probably from Zora. Oh no, it's Ed. Hello? I got my cell checked. Everything's alright, but no answer from you. That's not fair. You promised you talked to Fred. What's going on? I'm so sorry, Ed. I can't. I can't get my way back to the harbor.
After I woke up, I stared at the ceiling for a while. Zora's words rang in my head. 7 o'clock tonight. I had to do what they asked of me, but I wasn't sure where the data they wanted was stored. I was running out of time. I sat up and made a decision. The sheet and the liberators. I needed to complete it now. I had a feeling that all the puzzle pieces were there. If I found out who was in charge of the liberators, I might finally understand what the data was all about and where to look for it. Or maybe I could force them to pay Zora's boss so he'd let Laura go.
Okay. Yeah, I think Dyson runs the Liberators. Actually, let me check something. Who the fuck does... Here we go. Liberators? Yeah, it has to be Dyson because of the email that was signed by A and the Darovian connection. Millex is sus, but Dyson is the only one with the direct connections. Dyson, Androvia with mining. Wait, are they based on Drovia? We met the CEOs here. No, they are based on Drovia. Yeah, it says it on the thing.
Abbott Dyson. All the signs pointed towards him and his company. I didn't feel like I had the full picture just yet, but some aspects finally made sense to me. None of the people we had encountered seemed to support what the Liberators claimed to stand for. This wasn't a Garian terror group at all. It was Drovians, Savians, hired guns, and business people, all working for one man's false flag operation. What was he trying to accomplish? Stir up enough trouble to force the solar system into a war? I had talked to Dyson the morning after Banny's death. He was still in Gara, hiding in plain sight, and I still had his number. I considered my options. We needed to arrest him. But maybe we could have a chat first. Just the two of us. Once the CDI had him, he wouldn't be able to talk freely. I took out my cell and tapped his face in my contacts.
Hello? Good morning, Mr. Dyson. This is Neil Conrad with the CDI. Ah, Agent Conrad. How can I help you? There's something I'd like to talk to you about in person. Could we meet on the train that stops at Louisville in half an hour? I have an important call in 10 minutes. Could we make an appointment for tonight? This can't wait. If you insist, I'll tell my secretary to delay my call. Thanks. See you in a bit. Okay. Liam Campbell, breakfast. Good morning, Conrad. I'm taking a walk in the little park near your place this morning. You know the one. Once you leave the elevator, just keep going straight past the fountain. I'll be sitting down for a coffee near the gazebo. Come around if you want to join me. I'll be here for another hour or two. Best, Liam Campbell. Oh, hello, boss. This is interesting. What a clusterfuck. Maybe I shouldn't be gambling with my daughter's life like that, but... Past the fountain. I don't think that's my boss. Oh, okay, that's not a wall. Hey, bye, buddy. Morning, Chief. Morning, Conrad. It's Campbell now. Right, you wanted to talk to me? I need you to give me your word that you won't tell anyone about our meeting today. Okay, you have my word. You're an excellent investigator, Conrad. You found out that the sniper shot at Banny from the Sakura Hotel. You have a sharp mind. You identified the bartender at the hotel as the one who helped Diaz escape. You figured out what Banny's murderer looked like. Thanks to that, we were able to catch him and his associate on Juris Plaza. And you determined who had started the Liberator's video at AdSpot. That's why we could go after Moore and Cox so quickly. Do you know what makes you so good at your job? You question just about anything. In all my years at the CDI, I've never met a bigger skeptic than you. But that can also make your life harder if you want to climb the ranks at the CDI. However, if that doesn't concern you, you might want to have a closer look at the Sector 2 incident. I don't know exactly what it is they're trying to hide, but the data they're so desperately protecting has something to do with it. Who? Who is hiding something? The AG for sure, maybe just her. I think something happened back when she was director of the CDI. She's been acting strange. The sudden decision to arrest Cox when she heard his name was the last straw. One more thing, Conrad. There was a security alert in the database. Some unauthorized connection from your cell. Whatever it was you were trying to do, I took the liberty of dismissing the alert. There's no more record of it. I have to go now. This will be the first evening without work I've had in a while. Thank you for meeting with me. Holy shit! This is why you need to be good at your job. Your boss will like you for it and dismiss evidence of treason. Because he trusts you to make the right decision. Holy shit, we could have fucking... gambling with our fucking lives there. Betty wouldn't have done it for Gary, though.
My heart was pounding. Would Dyson really come, or did I spook him? Did he suspect I was onto him? It would be a while until I found out, so I sat down and took a deep breath. At least I had a little time to think about what to say to him if he showed up.
Yeah, the data is confirmed to be about the Sector 2 incident pretty much. Okay, not confirmed, but like pretty basically confirmed, functionally confirmed. Mr. Dyson. Good evening, Agent Conrad. This is an interesting setting for a chat. Let's get straight to the point. I have sufficient proof that you were part of, or even all of, the Liberators. That's a big accusation to throw around. What proof would that be? I know you hired mercenaries to kill Banny and to steal some data from the Chief's cell. You also instructed Cox to broadcast the Liberators' message and to bomb Carian Church. If there's anything else going on that endangers people's lives, you need to tell me right now. If you're so sure of all that, why didn't the CDI just arrest me? I want to know why you did it. You're a Saviant from Drovia. What's more, your company suffers financially from operating inside an unfree colony. You have all the reason to support Drovian independence. I do support Drovian independence, but not for economic reasons. Don't you think that the status quo is unacceptable in a modern society? Gara forces us to hand over all of the fruit of our labor like we live in feudal times, only to resell it at an incredible profit. Your planet exploits and enslaves my people for its own financial gain. If that's how you see it, why did you create an anti-Saviant, anti-emancipation terrorist group? All Drovia needs to finally explode is a spark. I've provided just that. Did you read the news today? Drovian resistance against its oppressors has never been stronger. So you admit it. You did it to lend momentum and legitimacy to a Saviant revolution. To push public opinion on Drovia to a point where a secession war seems inevitable. But they were already negotiating. Why didn't you just support Banny on the summit? Joseph was in no position to change things. The whole summit was a big dog and pony show. History teaches us that you can't maintain independence the peaceful way. If you want it, you take it. And a war is worth it for you, especially considering that Drovia is unlikely to win it. If a war is what it takes, we have to try. Besides, New Jaran will take our side, if any. You know, I'm really not buying your man of the people spiel. This is all about your company's bottom line. Think of me any way you want. It doesn't matter. The way I see it, I'm using my influence and money to fight for the right cause. Don't you think thousands of innocent lives are a prohibitively expensive price to pay? It's interesting you'd bring that up, being a CDI agent yourself. What are you talking about? The data I've been wanting to get my hands on. Did you have a look at it? No. It contains classified information about the Sector 2 incident, which also cost thousands of innocent lives. But just as importantly, Savians lost the right to a self-governed colony on Drovia. Gara cited a charter that it had made up itself and launched an independent investigation, which identified major construction and security flaws as causes of the disaster. I'm familiar with the incident. What are you getting at? Those backward Savians don't believe in real science, so they don't know how to build a safe colony. Sounds convincing, doesn't it? What if I told you that the colony was sabotaged by Gara? Don't be ridiculous. The operation was launched out of fear and greed. A Saviant colony on the biggest Tylanium source in the system, free to trade with New Jaran. Losing the Tylanium race could have meant losing supremacy over the solar system at the time. They couldn't allow that to happen. Who? Who are you talking about? A number of politicians and other elites, and of course the CDI as their executive force. Your Attorney General, Amelia Thorne, she was director of the CDI at the time. So before you judge me, look at the people you work for and what they did. I know so many people who died or lost someone in the incident. So many more who lost their livelihoods. No, that's too big. So many people would have had to stay quiet for it to stay a secret for so long. Well, it will come out, and not that many people know. Who knows at the CDI? Does Gary know? The chief? The director? Everybody involved is retired by now, except Miss Thorne. But some people must know. There are records of it. They'll see the light of day soon enough. I know that the mercenaries you hired are working on getting them back. They abducted my daughter and blackmailed me into helping them. I'm sorry to hear that. They did not act on my behalf when they took your daughter. Listen, Mr. Dyson. And that's all I needed to hear. Please put your hands out so I can cuff you. It doesn't make much of a difference to me if you arrest me. I might have to do some time, but I have the best lawyers in the system. What I care about is that the data becomes public. Get it? And the mercenaries will be paid. Once they send it over, it'll get leaked, even if I'm in prison. I have people making sure of that. It doesn't matter what you care about. I want my daughter back. Pay them. Now. I would consider it, but I missed the window. The transaction expired. That doesn't make any sense to how money works. I see. You're getting off the train with me at the next stop. I can't let you get away with this. But until we arrive, I have some final questions. Tell me. Why does Cox help you? I imagine bombing a church isn't something you can just pay any security company to do. Albert's parents were old friends of mine. Their company was in charge of security at Sector 2. They went bankrupt after the explosions. Some people put blame for the incident on them. They're getting death threats to this day. I supported them and their son financially. As you can imagine, Cox has every reason to want revenge for what Gara did to his family. Why work with the mercenaries when you already had Cox's guys to do your dirty work? Parts of the plan were out of his wheelhouse. I see. Tell me. What do you know about the people who took my daughter? Not much, to be honest. You probably figured out most of it already. They're a secret group of mercenaries and they run big operations in the whole solar system. If you want a higher profile job done, you go to them. Where's the HQ? And where are they keeping my daughter? I don't know. They're very secretive. They only meet you in public places. Or they come to you. I see. That's all for now. We'll get out at the next stop. I'll inform my colleagues that we're coming. Yeah, it looks like he's trying to bamboozle you. Look, I don't trust a massive capitalist CEO head of corporation to be doing anything for the people. His bottom line is the only thing he gives a shit about, and I'd put money on that myself if I had any. Hey Conrad, are you sure about this? I am. Alright then, good job. I got this. Gary wanted to talk to you. He's inside. You're waiting here with us, Mr. Dyson. Also, I swear to God, Gary, if you sell me out because he's rich and he's bought his way out, I'm gonna do so much fucking... I'm gonna be the next fucking bomber in this city. Wait, hold on. Hey. Shit, Conrad. You really found the mastermind behind the Liberators. Finally, some good news. I just hope this whole shit show is over now. Why did Dyson do it? It's kind of a long story. He was trying to escalate the situation between our planets. I see. Let's talk about it in detail later. Preventing last night's attack was a great victory as well. You did a good job. Thanks. That's a good start to my time as chief, isn't it? Well, acting chief, but yeah. I have a meeting with the press in a few minutes. We brought Mori in for questioning. He's waiting in the basement. You should go talk to him, see if he knows something we don't. Roger that. Hey, Saito, listen. Wacky question. Can I get your sysadmin account? For like 10 minutes. It'll be fine. Don't worry. Not even that. 2 minutes. Call it. Hello? This is Evelyn Moore. I heard about James. I'm glad that he's alive. The fact that we caught him in time will certainly improve his chances in court. Yeah, it's not going to be easy, but it could have been so much worse. Thank you. I wish you good luck with your case. Fuck yeah, series of survivors. I am slightly uncomfortable with just how much this is in favor of the cops, but so be it. We're here now. Good morning, Mr. Moore. I'd like to ask you some questions about the bomb attack. Who gave you your instructions? It was Mr. Cox. He offered me money. I didn't know what I was getting into, I swear. What exactly did Cox tell you? Not much. He handed me the device to do the hack at AdSpot, and then he told me where to place the bomb. How did he procure the explosives? I don't know. They're not part of our equipment. He must have gotten it from someone else. From whom? I don't know. I don't know, okay? I see. Why did you do it? My wife is sick. I needed the money. It was all about paying the bills. And... yes? I was told that the whole thing was a chance to get back at Millex for what they did to my wife. Get back at Millex? How so? I don't know any details, I swear. I wasn't allowed to ask questions. This is all... I'm so afraid that Evelyn will hate me. I see. And that's all for now. What will happen to me now? And that's for the judges to decide. You'll have to go to prison for a while, but the fact that you didn't carry out your attack will certainly reduce your penalty. Shit. I mean, yeah, you tried to bomb a church. What were you expecting?
I was supposed to write a report on my findings in the Liberators case, but I wasn't able to concentrate for even a second. First, I needed to wait for my colleagues to go home to be alone with Saito. He always worked late. But then what? What if he refused to help me? The idea of having to force him was devastating. He was my friend, after all. When I finally managed not to think about it anymore, a much more dire thought crept up on me. Laura might die tonight. And if she did, it would be my fault.
The data. It was in 1800, right? Shit. I'm pretty sure it was. Sector 2 incident, 40 years... Yes, okay. I don't know where Saito is. There's so many damn doors. Oh wait, it's probably the... Oh no, they just let me in here all the time? That looks like another conference room. Can I get through the door to that one? It does light up. Hold on. Oh, it's not... There isn't even a door in this one. This is just an open room. Cool. Why do we have that? And why is it so high up? Okay, trying to remember what rooms are where is a fucking nightmare. Holy shit. Hey, buddy!
Hey, Saito.
Neil, hey, you're working late.
Listen, there's something I need to talk to you about.
Of course, what's the matter?
Saito, I'm sorry.
Sorry? For what?
Is everything alright? No, it's not. My daughter. Laura was abducted, and the people who took her want something from me. I need your help to get it for them.
What? Laura was abducted? When? By whom?
By a group of mercenaries.
Shit, I'm so sorry, Neil. What's the CDI's plan of action?
The CDI? What do you think those people would do if I told the CDI about it?
Wait, you didn't tell anyone else at the CDI?
No. Look, we don't have much time. The mercenaries want me to help them get the data back that they stole from the chief. They managed to create a backdoor to the CDI network. They can briefly alter the access rights to the folder they want from the CDI database, but they won't be able to retrieve it, and that can only be done from a local computer. And that's where you come in. You're a sysadmin, right? You have to grant their request for access to a specific folder you're not usually able to see. They'll pull all the data from that folder to your local drive, put it on a stick and give it to me. They made it clear it was not to be sent over the web.
Okay, listen, Holy fuck.
I'll bring them the data and then I'll get Laura back.
Neil, you realize you can't trust those people, right? Why are you so convinced that they'll hold up their end of the bargain? If you want to save Laura, you have to ask the higher-ups at the CDI for help.
I don't know enough about those people. No chance the CDI would be able to track him down in time. The hack will go down in 5 minutes. If I don't hand them the data tonight, they might kill her.
I have an idea. Once they open up the folder they're after, I might be able to locate the source of the backdoor. We'll explain to the others what's going on, and we'll raid the location before the handover is scheduled. You'll have Laura back before they find out that we never went through with the hack.
If we do it that way, do we still get to retrieve the data in the folder?
We won't need it.
But if you can't trace them and don't get the data, we have nothing.
Fine, I'll accept the data transfer either way. If I delete it, I'll delete it if I'm able to trace the hack. Alright, yes, thank you. I don't trust the CDI because they're cops, but, like, child nappers are less trustworthy, even though cops do that too.
Okay, you're right. Let's tell the CDI.
Okay, good. I'm glad you agree. I'll find out what their location is and then we call Gary. What is this data anyway? Why do they want it?
I'm not sure. I don't have time to explain. She's calling.
Hey Neil, I got your sheet. All ready on your end?
Yeah, we're ready.
Good. We're searching that folder now. I'll tell you when you have access. Alright, there we are. You're good to go.
Okay, I think Saito is retrieving the data.
I got it. Good work. I'll see you at the handover. God damn, Neil. I got their location. Let's call Gary and the others.
Thank you, Saito.
Thank you so much. I'm calling Gary and the others. We have to prepare the raid and we have to do it quick.
Hold on. One last thing.
What is it? There's no time to lose.
Did you pull the data?
What does it matter?
Give it to me.
Why? I have the location, Neil. We can go arrest them. You don't need it anymore.
I did what you said, okay? I didn't go through with it. Please trust me.
It's not a trick. I won't give the data to them.
I just need to see what's on there.
Please. Here. Please don't do anything stupid.
Thank you. Don't tell anyone, okay? Let's call Gary and the others.
Sus. Let's see. I think I got their HQ. It's inside an industrial zone on the fringes of the city. The company registered there calls itself Rattlesnake Farming. It appears to be some sort of greenhouse. I assume it's just a front, maybe for money laundering. I still can't believe you didn't tell us earlier. What the hell were you thinking, Conrad? And how much information did you feed them about the CDI and our ongoing investigations? Those people are criminals of the worst kind. Have you forgotten your oath? You'll face serious charges for this, Conrad. You rat fuck bastard. Could you please leave him alone, Gary? He's got enough on his plate right now. Well, maybe he would be in a better position if he'd told the CDI earlier. Or they would have shot Laura right away if they'd caught wind of it. We all had training in hostage negotiations, and I'm sure Neil followed it as best he could. I really don't care about that right now. Can we please focus on getting Laura out of there? I agree. We don't have time to waste. We should be at their HQ within the next hour. That's not a lot of time.
Well, let's go and gear up then.
Actually, I don't think it's a good idea for you to be there, Neil. You're not trained in extractions like this, and I don't care if I get hurt.
And more importantly, you are too close to the case. The risk that you could do something irrational and endanger the whole operation is too high. I can't just stay here and wait. My daughter is in there. That's exactly the kind of attitude I'm worried about. I've been in contact with these people multiple times. They know me. Maybe I can convince them to cooperate. Listen, Neil. There's no more time for discussion. Conrad, Colray, get yourselves armor and a gun. I have to call Kumar. Your call. Copy that. Don't leave without me. I'll come with you. You will? Okay. We leave in 30.
I mean, Colroy is right, but I get the feeling that's not going to be taken very kindly. Go to the roof. Okay. Kind of batshit fucking car departs from the roof. Oh, right. Futuristic flying cars. That's probably, yeah. Oh, this is the roof. Alright, hello? You said go to the roof. I went to the roof. Have I just outpaced everybody? What's going on? This is such a long set of stairs to make me run down again. Why is... Oh, fuck this. I'm going back to the roof and staying there. You said go to the roof. I've gone to the roof. What is happening? Hello? Have I been taken hostage? By the door? Wait, is that what they've done? Hold on. Have they snuck out the front door while I was up going to the roof? Hold on. God damn it, Gary. He said get an armor and a gun. True, but I don't know where they put any of that shit. Everything else has just been done automatically. Where the fuck do I get armor and a gun from? Hold on. Why are you all looking at me? Don't do that. Where the fuck would... Where do you guys keep armor and a gun? Like, I don't think there's a single room in the building that has... like a gun rack in it. Not that I've seen, anyway. I mean, that's a lounge room. Let's try talking to them again, see if that does something. It shouldn't do, but we leave in 30. Oh, I'm surprised Young has nothing to say to me, but alright. Considering she's apparently my biggest advocate right now. Okay, that's closed. I mean, I hope... I swear to God, if it turns out that I have to spend 30 real fucking minutes doing this, there's gonna be a discussion. Okay, this door is open, but goes nowhere. Thank you. It does not matter how insistent your armory is if you don't... Hello? Because I don't think... Did we need to grab a gun before? I think he just kind of had one on him. And Gary just has been wearing body armor every time he leaves the building, so... This is so many fucking stairs, my dude. My cardio must be insane. Try the other way? I mean, we've tried everything that I'm aware of, honestly. We've tried up. We can't go down to the basement. It just won't let us. And we can't go to the final bit of the roof. It won't let us. We've tried the rooms on both sides of the building. On the roof level? Oh, shit. If that works, I'm gonna be really annoyed. It'll be embarrassing. I'm always forgetting about that. Oh my god, yeah, there's a little fucking beam of a floor. Son of a bitch. I'm so glad you spotted that. I would not have pegged that at all.
I inserted the stick into my cell and opened up the folder. My heart was pounding. For a moment, it looked like the data wouldn't load, but then the files started appearing on the screen. Dozens, maybe hundreds of documents, messages, pictures, and videos. They were decades old. Most of them dated 1799 or 1800. Their confidentiality level was one I'd never seen before. This was the type of data the Garian network would instantly pick up and trace, both to its receiver and back to its sender. It made sense to physically hand-deliver it if one wished to remain anonymous. I didn't know where to begin, so I opened up the very first file in the list, the oldest one, with shaking hands. It was a document sent from someone at the Department of Commerce to the director of the CDI at the time, Amelia Thorne, now Attorney General in charge of the Justice Department. My eyes widened as I skimmed over the paragraphs. When I was done reading the letter, I checked the time. 20 more minutes. I sat down and opened up the second one, then the third. As the conversation went on, a plan was hatched between a handful of politicians, special interest groups from the private sector, and high-ranking members of the CDI. I didn't recognize most of the names. Some might have been pseudonyms. I stopped looking at the files halfway through and let my head sink onto the backrest. Even though they had used very careful language at first, the goal and purpose of the operation were abundantly clear. The failure of Sector 2 hadn't been an accident. Garians had plotted and engineered it to gain sole access to Drovia's resources, and given its strategic importance at the time, ultimately retained supremacy over the solar system. My head was spinning while I tried to figure out what all of it meant for the present, and for me. I had long doubted the integrity of the CDI. Was it still rotten to the core, or had things changed? I didn't know about any ongoing operations that were breaching interplanetary law, but then most agents at the time of the Sector 2 incident hadn't known either. And some of the things I did know about, I didn't want to think about them too much. Now what? On the one hand, the public had a right to know. The culprits had to be found and brought to justice. Reparations had to be paid to the affected families and businesses. On the other hand, if the truth came out, the liberators would win. Savient extremists might be emboldened enough to take control of the colony and declare independence. If that happened, Gara would send its ships, and New Joran might send theirs to back up their Savient brethren, and to finally gain access to the planet's Telenium, of course, if their side won. Hundreds might die, thousands even. Time was running out. I tapped the contact of a journalist I had met a while back. I still hadn't made a decision when I heard the dial tone. The data would probably go through if I decided to send it, but there was no way in hell it wouldn't be traced back to me. My heart was pounding so loudly in my ears that I almost didn't hear the voice on the other end.
This is Adrian Boley with the Guardian Gazette. How can I help you? Hello? Are you there? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I'm hanging up now. I have information for you. Who is this? I can't tell you.
Leak the data! Fuck 'em.
Maybe Dyson was right. I'm sending you a data package now. I'm not trying to start a war, that's just a side effect. It's flagged and will be quickly picked up and traced by authorities. Your computer might be bricked. Back it up to an external drive as quickly as you can. Are you serious? Please confirm that you understand what I just said. I understand. Good. The public needs to know this. Promise me that it won't get buried. Well, I'll have to look at it first. Please. I may not have a second chance to send it out. Did you get it all? Yeah, I got it. Okay. It's in your hands now. Conrad? Gary, it's time. Let's go. Okay. Coming. It's fine. Words build characters. Probably started one? I mean, yeah, probably, but like... Nobody overthrew an oppressive empire without a little bit of war. Sometimes you just have to do things. Also, corrupt cops, fuck them. Alright, agents. I just got the report from Nelson. The big greenhouse in front of us seems to be empty. However, the IR cameras picked up 12 targets in an underground facility hidden underneath. A scan for traps and explosives came back negative. Be careful regardless. We're going in on my command. Watch your backs and keep a low profile. These guys are dangerous and most likely armed. The use of deadly force is authorized. Getting the hostage out alive and well is our #1 priority. You all know what she looks like. Miller, Johnson, you open up the front door. Once we're inside, we're looking for another door in the back. Watch out for hostiles from that point on. Okay, let's go. Move, move, move. Gary, I appreciate you backing me up earlier. Thank you. After what you did, it's only right you'd help us fix it now. Let's go get your girl. Oh, fuck you, Gary. Wanker. The arms industry is the most lucrative, true. Targets ahead. Open up and move in. 3 targets. CDI, drop your weapons. Drop them now. Well, yeah, no shit. You're gonna stand out in front of, like, 15 people with guns. Well, 3, 6, 9. 13 people with guns. You're gonna get shot. Shit, that was loud. The rest of them will be waiting for us. May's been shot. Gordon, Flynn, provide first aid and see if you can get her out to the medics. Fuck. Ito, lock this room down. Keep an eye on those assholes. Get their guns and make sure they stay down. Someone comes through that door over there, you shoot. The rest of you keep moving. We can't give them any more time to prepare or get out. Follow me. Opening up.
In the final corridor, we passed by a large surgery room. I didn't think about it at the time, but that must have been where they had given Zora her new face and implanted Boyd's fake ID. The only thing I could think about was whether they'd moved Laura or done something to her the moment they'd heard us coming.
And the next room is a dead end. Expect resistance. Drop those guns or we'll shoot. Who are you? What is this? CDI, put your weapons on the ground right now. Dad! Stay put, Laura. It's gonna be alright. Give us a minute to talk it over, okay? Oh, I see. It's about the girl. How about this? We hand her over to you, and you never show your faces here again. Sound fair? I don't think you understand. This facility is surrounded. It's over. Your only option is to cooperate right now. Alright, we'll cooperate. But we'll kill the girl first. No! No? Then it sounds like you're getting everything you want. That's not how negotiations work. Shooting a child will do nothing but worsen your prospects on trial. Come on, we both know I'm fucked regardless. We'll take you out if you make a wrong move. It doesn't have to be that way. So what you're saying is, our only chance is to fight. I'm sorry, Williams. Fuck yes! What the fuck, Zora? Stop! Final warning! Please, Moon, put your gun away. Good. Now lie down. Go cuff him, boys. Holy shit, I wasn't sure that was gonna work. Oh, he's vibrating. Holy shit. Dad! It's over now, Laura. You're safe, alright? Alright. Are you okay? Did they hurt you? No, I'm not hurt. Get her out of here. Go. Let's go, Laura. Thank you. Cool. Started an international war, maybe intergalactic, and saved our daughter. And we caught Dyson, who's inevitably going to pay his way out of jail, but at least it'll inconvenience him. Fuck, that slow-mo walk had me thinking I was going to get shot in the
And
back.
that's it. The most tumultuous days of my life, and possibly in Garian history. Abbott Dyson has been charged with interplanetary terrorism, first-degree murder, and more that would put a normal person away for multiple lifetimes. Unfortunately, he is one of the world's most influential billionaires, and as it stands now, he isn't going to prison for more than a few years. It is rumored that he's putting someone else in charge of his company for the time being, and will be allowed back at his post after serving his sentence. With their mastermind unmasked, at least it's safe to say that the Liberators won't ever make another appearance. Even though Dyson and Cox each lost a lot in the Sector 2 incident, I don't believe their actions were really driven by a righteous thirst for revenge. Almost all the people who have suffered and might still suffer from their actions had nothing to do with Gara's past crimes. Ultimately, Dyson had tried to start an interplanetary war in hopes of increasing his profit margins, and he might still succeed in it.
Just because his motives were rotten doesn't mean it doesn't need to happen.
The data I leaked sent a shockwave through the solar system. The source of the leak was quickly discovered, and the CDI not only fired me on the spot, but also tried to scrub me from their records and made all sorts of claims to discredit me. The Garian state scrambled to spin the narrative on the Sector 2 incident, but the data was authentic and unambiguous. 40 years ago, the Savient colony on Drovia had been sabotaged in a secret operation initiated by a handful of Gyara's top politicians, economic elites, and the CDI under the leadership of Amelia Thorne, now Attorney General and leader of the Garian Department of Justice. It became clear to me why she had tried to hide the data, fired the chief when he got too close, and ordered the arrest of Cox when she realized who he was. She is currently awaiting trial, along with a number of mostly retired politicians who were implicated in the conspiracy.
Thought they got away with it, the little shits.
Laura is free again and seems to be doing okay, but I wonder every day about the scars this experience has left behind. Even though I know I'm not directly to blame, I will never forgive myself for inadvertently dragging her into all this. As for me, I am free again, as free as I was before, but my life is forever changed. Catherine and I are dating again, however crazy that sounds. Things are so different now. The world is so different that maybe something good can come of it again.
Hashtag daughter gets killed in the war. God damn it. What an inconvenience that would be.
And finally, Zora. Easily the strangest person I've met in my life. Despite the terrible things she did, I'm grateful for her help when it really counted. It took the CDI a while to find out anything about her previous life. Turns out her name used to be Elizabeth Davis. She and her friend Boyd had been picked up by the mercenaries as teenagers on the run. Both of them came from affluent Garian families, and both had been reported missing, presumed dead. Zora will be brought before a judge this week, and I'll be there to make a statement. It might sound strange, but I hope she'll walk free again one day.
Yes, well, being the child of rich people does explain her opinion on morality. Also the mercenary-isms, but mostly the rich people.
Late in the evening, the lights are still there.
Okay. Lovely music. I'm not watching the credits. Bless your socks. Hey, I was right in that we would finish this tonight. But yeah, that was good. I like that. A little bit too friendly with the cops for me, but I suppose everybody that was like overly enthusiastic about the cops was in and of themselves a cop, so it made sense. Shit, now I have to figure out what we're doing in 2 weeks. Well, that'll be a problem for a fortnight from now. But yeah, that was... Finally, we've managed to finish a game at like a point in the stream where it's fine and I don't have to scramble to find something else. Which is a nice change. Let me see who is online for y'all before I go and get dinner. Dinner? What? Dinner. Food, consumption, etc. Oh, there's a fair jet. Let me see. That was fun though, yeah. I based on one of the achievements, or I didn't get an achievement for it, but it was like 1 of 6 or something. Something about a multiverse. I think there's presumably are actually multiple endings depending on... Well, of course there are. If I hadn't leaked the data, that wouldn't have happened. Yeah, there's 8 endings according to that achievement. But yeah, I'm going to send you all over to see Pudgy Hedgehog, who is currently playing Guild Wars 2. Let me see. We have, and thanks to our tech test yesterday, we have confirmed that Monster Hunter World functions on the SSD. Whereas Friday, the game will be completed 5 minutes after the stream starts. Oh, it's Paradise Killer. Don't worry. We have so many people to bring up to max hangouts that I'm not even worried about that. That one's probably got at least 2 more weeks in it. And then we'll finish it 5 minutes after the stream starts. But yes, as always, it is always nice to see you. I hope you have a great rest of your week. No, I'm sorry, it's Sunday. I hope you have a great upcoming week. And I hope I see you around again sometime, alright? Bye!